Count me down. It's been roughly 3 weeks since Cornhole was last played inside the Triple S, but today, one of the most popular tailgate games in the country returns to Stool streams. Clutch moments, tons of pressure, and plenty of points are up for grabs. Who will emerge victorious? One on the board, or could you make the fireworks happen and get the four-bagger to close it out? No, but he still takes it. Save it. How sweep it is! Rudy takes down Billy, 3 games to none. Live from Stool Stream Stadium in New York City, welcome to another edition of Stool Streams, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. He is PFT commenter. I'm Jake Marsh. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. Another day of Cornhole, Mr. Commenter.
I can't wait. This is going to be a triumvirate of incredible matchups today, getting it kicked off in style with two players whose playing styles complement each other very well. Jake, it is an honor to be up in the booth. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss being down on the sidelines, but fortunately we have Coley down there today. I think he's going to do more than a serviceable job, but it's a pleasure to be sharing this booth with you.
No doubt about it. And we'll get to Coley a little bit later. You see our competitors for our first match. Let's show you the entirety of our lineup today. Brandon and Smitty will be kicking things off, but we have 6 big-time competitors here inside the Triple S today. Brandon and Smitty, they have some history in this room. They'll begin things on Cornhole, and then we'll shift over to the big debut of Rico Bosco against the Wonton Don and end things with Hubs and Robbie Fox, a couple of guys on big losing streaks, but one of them will end today.
That's right. Somebody's got to win today, and Robbie has been quite a competitor down here, so I'd say keep an eye on the Fox in the late game today. He's a better player than his record has indicated.
If you're new to Cornhole or new to Stool Streams overall, no worries. We'll get you caught up right now on the rules, the house rules of Cornhole here inside the Triple S PFT. Each match is going to be best of 3 to 21. Win by 2. You can go over on the board. 1 point. It's called a Woody in the hole. Cornhole, 3 points. But the important part is cancellation scoring, if you want to explain a little bit on that.
That's right. Yeah, cancellation scoring. It's pretty simple stuff. So if you get 4 bags on the board and another person gets 3 bags on the board, that's a grand total of 1, Jake. You got to do some math. You got to do some addition, some subtraction. Probably not any multiplication. Probably, hopefully not any division. Because if that's the case, I really doubt that we're going to get it right. But we are going to be taking the scoring very seriously. We'll try to update you, try to keep you in real time with what the score down there on the field is. One thing that's interesting about the game of Cornhole, it was invented by the Native Americans, known as maize hole originally. And people don't really talk about it, but Cornhole means butthole. So that's a fun fact that often gets lost in the sauce of competition. So keep your eye on the butthole field today.
Very cool indeed. You saw Brandon and Smitty. Let's dive into our competitors for this opening round match. The 35-year-old in Smitty against the 34-year-old in Brandon Walker. What stands out to you, PFT?
Well, they're basically the same player. 2 of our sweatiest possible competitors going up against each other. Going to be like Prince Andrew barking at himself in the mirror is what it looks like here. So Smitty and Brandon, similar sizes. Brandon outweighs him by anywhere between 30 and 60 pounds on any given day, depending on how much iced tea he's drank up to that point. Smitty will absolutely slander. Smitty will attack personally. Smitty will come prepared with excuses. It's up to Brandon to counter those excuses, and it is really unstoppable force versus an immovable object, not only because they're 2 big bull elephants chest butting each other, but also because Brandon is no slouch of his own when it comes to excuses.
All right, before we kick things off, we're going to send it down the stream to the 3rd member of our crew. Welcome back to HQ, Coley Mick. Coley, what's going on down there?
Thanks, Jake. I appreciate that. It's great to be back here. My inaugural time here in the High Noon Sun Sips Stadium. I can't wait to see how hard Smitty throws it. I expect many TVs in here to be shattered by the end of this match.
All right, thanks so much, Coley. And that's something to look out for. In our previous broadcast for Cornhole, we have seen wires and cameras been obstructed, so that's something to watch out for sure.
Yeah, look out for all the technology in here. These guys are going to be throwing some gas for sure. And also, shout out to Spider down there on the butthole field looking, is it a poncho, Spider?
Yeah, this is our High Noon Sun Sips referee official gear.
Okay, love it. Well, hola, un cerveza aquí, por favor.
Gracias.
De nada. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yo no sé.
Library.
All right,
Bueno.
Spider always doing a great job. Now let's start things off with this match, and we've got a little fun way to decide who's going to throw first. Each player is going to throw each of their 4 bags at the same time, PFT, and the most points on the board will go first. Brandon in red, Smitty in green. So, gentlemen, whenever you are ready, same time.
My hands are dainty, like some.
And that was pathetic. That's just a pathetic display of athleticism from both competitors. And look at them. They both hang their heads. They both know that they screwed that one up. A lot of pride from Brandon, a lot of pride from Smitty. And that was just a disgusting display from both.
I mean, PFT, look at this. No one even close.
No.
All right, we'll do it again. We're fine.
They're both big-time confidence
I
guys.
wanted him to go first.
They need to get into a role. They need to convince themselves that they're worthy of being on this floor.
All right, that's 2 for Brandon, 1 for Smitty. So Brandon Walker will have the honor. Remember, PFT,
Cancellation scoring, though, Jake. That's 1 bag. For
Well,
Brandon.
yes, but we're not keeping score yet.
Just wanted to point that out.
Okay. Remember, whoever wins the round will have the honor. Kind of like in golf. Whoever does
Right.
better goes the next round. So
Did you lift your chair up?
did you put yours down?
I pulled my.
That's a tough visual. Would be a shame if that got screenshotted and blasted everywhere.
All right, now we're ready to play.
All right, Brandon Walker going to start things off in red, Smitty in green. And he starts things off with a Woody on the top corner. But remember, something to note, the points are not set in stone until the rounds are complete, which means, yes, bags can be thrown off the board. Brandon with 3 Woodies in a row.
Brandon's used to throwing bags of 3 pounds of corn around, but usually it's been in the microwave for 3 minutes. He's tossing it down his throat.
All right, so 4 Woodies for Brandon, which means 4 points. Smitty has 5, which means PFT, 1 point for Smitty. He has the cornhole and the 2 Woodies, so it's 1-0 Smitty.
Smitty with a power move right now, making Brandon get his bags for him like a little B word.
We have agreed.
And Brandon
We
just
have
accepting it.
No.
Cucking himself
We
really
have
on the first
agreed.
round of tosses.
We agreed
Like
as
Smitty didn't
gentlemen.
move a foot.
The winner of the round, the loser of the round had to get the bags. We agreed to that.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Brandon.
All right, so Smitty with the 1-love lead.
That's the
Smitty
way
the
cornhole
35,
Oh,
6'3", 225-pounder,
Yeah.
straight out of the womb. Start things off with a Woody.
He was born
Let's say wait.
6'3".
Throwing.
Sorry, I was talking to Jake.
Okay.
Smitty was born 6'3", 233 pounds.
It's the numbers he gave me.
All right.
We just
that
saw
was the
Brandon
record
as
for that
Smitty
was.
knocks down another cornhole. You know, PFT in the history, this is Stool Streams X, our 10th broadcast. Historically,
this is happening.
the competitors who try to interact with the broadcasters, it kind of gets their game thrown off.
That's true. Yeah, they need to pay 0 attention to what I'm saying right now.
Oh,
Brandon was
dear.
listening, and he
Fucker.
pulled that one.
All the way to the left. That's a 3-point round for Smitty. He now leads 4-love.
That's not a 3-point round. He had 2 cornholes.
2 cornholes for Smitty.
So that's a 5-point round.
It's a 5-point round. Excuse me.
Good job, Brandon. The sportsmanship. Catch it.
Yeah. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, that's fine. Brandon showing that he is a trustworthy competitor at the moment. He's having a little bit of a hard time with those bags here. You have to wonder if fatigue might set in. If Brandon loses the first 4 rounds or so, just the walk from one side of the room to the other and then back, that's more exercise than Brandon does in a fortnight. Staring each other down.
What's this?
This is America.
It is America. Smitty makes a great point.
All right, so it's 6-love Smitty overall. Brandon just looking to get on the board here. Long way to go, though, PFT. Historically, we've seen plenty of big runs.
Right. It is a game of runs. I think both these guys have it in them to really light the board on fire here. Okay, so Brandon had.
Well, we have
What
to
was
go
that?
count.
We're
We're
going to
in the
look
hole
back
for
at
Brandon?
last turn.
That's
Brandon just dropped a bag
It carries over.
before it turned.
No,
Look
it
at
doesn't.
this.
A push
No.
carries over.
No, that's a push. We both go. Get our
No, a
bags.
push carries
no,
over.
I'm not getting your bags. I'm not getting your bags.
You are getting my
So
bags.
That we-
Because you
Yeah,
agreed
that's
like
what we like to
gentlemen.
call a
No.
wash in cornhole, where it cancels out. And in that case, whoever won the previous round will still go first. So
That's
it'll
right.
still be Smitty's honor.
Smitty still has the honor, and Brandon disrespecting Smitty right now, not retrieving the bags. Smitty's taking it as disrespect. I don't blame Brandon for this move, actually. That was a wash of a round. The agreement that they had beforehand was the loser has to retrieve the winner's bags. There was no winner, no loser, so it's all fair square.
And PFT, as we get into this match, it's important to note these two do have plenty of history here inside the Triple F. If you go back to August 19th, that was Stool Streams 3, a Jenga broadcast. These guys were on opposite ends in a Jenga match. Glenny Balls was disqualified, and Brandon Walker took the win via DQ against Smitty and Glenny. So Smitty looking for that revenge today.
Yeah, Smitty's always looking for some sort of a chip on his shoulder, some sort of extra motivation. Today he is defending Ball's honor.
Glenny Balls with a loss in Jenga back on Monday. And Brandon just looking somewhere. Not happy.
Just gazing off into the distance.
That was another wash.
Longingly.
That was another wash, by the way.
Fun thing to watch here. High degree of difficulty. We've placed. Oh!
What just? Oh my!
Smitty with a bean ball.
That's
with
a hole.
With a bean.
Redo the throw.
What do you mean redo the
I
throw?
wasn't back.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't
You
matter?
can't just hang out in the batter's box the entire
The
game.
throw.
You threw my bag to where I had to go get it.
If you had Smitty starting a fight in under 5 minutes, congratulations. That was a lock. It was negative 5,000 as a payout, and it hit.
Yeah, here's another look right now. Smitty throwing way too early, and there's no doubt that was just done to bust his chops.
Yeah, Brandon makes a better wall than a window. That's why they call him Brandon Walker.
Smitty did say in our pregame production meeting that he and Brandon are similar as much of the rivalry they may have, because one of them will accuse the other of slander and use actual malice to discredit the other whenever they lose.
Yeah, they're essentially the same person. It's the Mason-Dixon line of hardos going at each other right now. Brandon just laughed at hardos. Just thought that was worth a giggle there.
I mean, that's
4 woodies for Smitty. Let's see what Brandon can do here.
Look at
Another
that.
woody, another wash. All 8 bags on the board, so 3 washes in a row. And Coley, what are you seeing down there?
It's getting real testy down here on the field, boys. I also have noticed that Brandon, despite having a nice head of hair, also is kind of balding up here, which is something I hadn't previously noticed. Something to look for moving forward throughout this match.
doesn't really have anything to do with the match, but okay.
Has to do with your head.
Good job,
It's in your
Coley.
head.
That's
outside
why we
of it.
pay him the big bucks down there for that type of insight.
Another set of woodies.
Smitty's starting to fire these worm burners in there, just low and fast.
Remember last round he had all 8 woodies and Brandon Walker with a cornhole. Smitty too strong. Can Brandon start up some momentum? It's a woody.
So that would be that's 1 point for Brandon Walker, because I think that he knocked one of Smitty's bags
It
in.
is 1 point for Brandon. He's on the board. And PFT, you've played in this match before. You actually had a win over Nate a couple of weeks ago. And you know, better than anyone, all you need is 1 to start that run.
That's all it is. It's just a game of confidence with Brandon. It is
Stamper.
absolutely all about his self-worth, how he sees himself in the mirror. Getting that 1 bag on the board is going to be a positive step.
You see Brandon, they made the gentleman's agreement. The loser would pick up the bags. Brandon was so used to losing, he forgot he won the round.
You love to see it, though. I think Brandon's going to be playing loose right now. I think he's found a little bit of a stroke.
Start things off with a woody. And remember, these guys may be questions 3 and 4 on the app. Remember, $1,000 progressive jackpot on the line if you go 6 for 6. That does not impact your chances of winning. We just had a little late switcheroo. So Rico and Donny will be coming up after this.
One amazing thing about Brandon Walker, Jake, is he can simultaneously look like a dad and a 6-year-old all at the same time. Look at that. It's just beautiful.
A woody, a cornhole for Smitty to end things up, and that is a 5-point round for Smitty. It is 11-1, and Brandon is not happy. Look at that motion in Smitty's backswing.
He is not. He's showing some emotion right now. He's getting a little flustered for sure. He does look like his own dad, though. Look at him. It's just a gorgeous creature to observe in the wildlife of his own habitat.
We did have 16,131 players submit their picks on the Play Barstool app, and PFT, we have the numbers in.
Let's take a look.
Where are
Pulling
those
them up
boxes from?
right now.
Like 12?
Remember, question 3 was the series score. Question 4 was the margin
Still
of victory
somehow
in game
hammered
2.
the under.
Which one are they? Polka dot?
The overwhelming favorite was Smitty to win 2-1 at 31%. And then Brandon Walker in a sweep is the long shot at just 18% of submissions.
I think Smitty does have a regional advantage here. Cornhole feels like it's more of a Northeast, Midwest type sport. Didn't make its way down to the South. And so just, I think, the last 6 months, Mississippi got its first cornhole set.
I don't know what.
That's a 3-point round for Brandon Walker. It's 11-4. So long way to go.
Brandon exposing his pubic area on the live stream. That was.
You see him readjusting
Can we
his
get
belt.
a mosaic on there? Just blur out his anything below the nipples really on Brandon deserves to be blurred out.
Hang on,
See
hang on.
Brandon here. I mean, look at this PFT. He's just readjusting.
I had
That
to,
hey,
Gotta
put,
respect it.
slap a Brazzers logo on that. Oh, Smitty with the gamesmanship,
Can I
dropping
call
the
out?
bag.
What's the score?
11-4 in favor of Smitty. Brandon just had his highest round of his young cornhole career of 3 points.
Let's not use the word young cornhole next to each other.
And you see
Smitty is a Penn State fan.
that one a late drop
I'm not.
for the cornhole.
For the record, I am not a Penn State fan. Can you repeat that?
Disavowed.
Okay.
You bitch.
Players starting to settle in a little bit more. Smitty with back-to-back cornholes. Pressure on Brandon. Too strong. Let's see what Smitty has here to close out the round. Oh, short to 3 cornholes in a row. It's a 3-point round. It's 14-4 in favor of Smitty. And PFT, how about your keys to the match presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer?
Yeah, so my keys to the match on this one is try not to get into an altercation if you're Smitty. Try to avoid physical conflict. He failed that within the first, I think, 3.5 minutes. We had a stopwatch going on that. And then the other one was just have at least 4 excuses prepared. He has not needed those excuses. He is just pummeling Brandon Walker into oblivion, making him do the walk of shame after nearly every single round. I would be shocked if Brandon got above 7 points in this round. He just seems defeated. If I were him, I would just throw the beanbags off the board entirely, regroup for game 2.
All right, Mr. Commenter just called his shot as that one is a little short. Nope, does not count. Confirmed by our official Spider, the human High Nooner.
No, if I were my father, he'd be
strong
saying, "Did your husband play
From
tennis?"
Smitty. And the chirping continues behind the line.
Smitty with a casual misogyny that he's known for.
My dad says on the
That
putts.
one way
Special
strong.
counter.
Brandon
Sure.
wanted the airmail. Oh, that one's a late faller. That is
no. You
a
have it
1-point
going.
round for Brandon. He won the round 1-love. It's 14-5. Again, PFT, all you need is life. If you remember, the big part of this game is only one person can score in a round. You win the round, you're making progress.
That's right. And watching these 2 titans of calculus go at it, trying to figure out how many points were scored and who has to do the walk of shame, that was something to see right there. It took a good 5 seconds, and neither one really wanted to make that walk.
You just saw that late fall from Smitty. He could have enhanced the wash, but Brandon starts things off with the cornhole.
Watch out. Brandon's licking the lips right now. That's how you know he's in the zone. It's like the MJ tongue waggle. And there it is, another cornhole. How about that?
Back cornholes. Could we see our first 4-bagger of the match?
Look at that
Little
tongue
short
going.
from Brandon.
Ladies, put down a tarp
God
because Brandon's got those lips moving.
Brandon could have really made some damage control with that one. Smitty is short. However, it is still
No,
a 2-point round
for me.
for Brandon. It's 14-7,
You got 2
and Brandon
cornholes.
is just chipping away.
He is 2 cornholes and a woody there as opposed to Smitty's double woodies. Took him a while to figure that one out, but they got it right.
No, I knew it.
Brandon knew it the entire time.
Brandon
For the
not
record.
used to winning the rounds.
Or
but
doing math.
how you see here, Brandon really had an opportunity to cut the deficit, and he looks like he's going to take a dump.
Yeah, it looks like a 6-year-old girl that's got to pee real bad.
Yep, we've seen him undo his belt and look like he's going to the toilet. Too strong there. Smitty with a cornhole. Smitty leads 14-7 here in this game 1, but remember, it is 2 out of 3.
Just utter dejection on the face of Brandon Walker right there.
Another cornhole for Smitty. He's going for the 4-bagger. This would do it.
This is, looks like this one's a wrap.
Scoreboard.
Looks like it could be it regardless.
This one's a wrap. This one's a wrap. Smitty,
Yeah,
you can just throw ahead whatever you want to do with that one, put it wherever you want it. And Smitty dumping it out right in front of Brandon Walker's face. Just the facial. Delivering the facial to Brandon Walker, who has to then make the walk of shame. That was a blowout, Jake.
22-7 in favor of Smitty. He wins game 1. But remember, best of 3, a long way to go. However, the 18% that took Brandon Walker in a sleep have just been eliminated.
I really do think that there's a regional disadvantage here for Brandon Walker. And as much as we joke around about this being a Northeast sport or a Midwest sport, the matter of fact is that until recently in the South, the closest that they got to cornhole was just throwing dead raccoons onto your neighbor's porch and hoping it stuck there.
The look of dejection on Brandon Walker right here, PFT, when he knew set 1 was in the books.
It's the Charlie Brown Linus character. All he's missing is a stinky blanket to be dragging around.
I wish I understood the Charlie Brown reference.
That's fine. I think I screwed it up anyways, Jake. I think that was a mix of sad Charlie Brown, Linus, and Pigpen all rolled into one.
It's not going to
All
be a
right,
fucking
just
shutout.
warning
It
you.
is
It's
time
not gonna be
for
a fucking
set 2.
shutout.
Just get your excuses ready.
It's not
For
gonna
when
be a
I shut
fucking
you
shutout.
if I shut you out, just get your excuses ready so you can go on every show and just say that I'm a cheater, liar, blah, 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 like you do every time when I beat you.
Shouldn't have cheated.
Smitty coming in hot with the trash talk. And this is a pre-excuse
Right.
that Smitty's making right now, which is next level excuse making, but kings stay kings.
PFT, that was actually going back to one of your high noon hard seltzer keys to the match. You just had half excuses prepared, which we're seeing in action.
Yeah, so right now he's got an excuse to have a grudge against Brandon, knowing that Brandon will get mad and
How
make
is that an
excuses.
excuse if I...
I'm
I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm going to
Smitty
lose.
is
I'm saying I'm gonna
excusing
shut him out.
himself to get
How is
upset,
that
get
an
angry.
excuse?
It motivates him. I'm not saying that it's anything to be ashamed of. This is just how Smitty gets fired up. He's pre-mad about Brandon making excuses.
A Woody would be a wash, and that's exactly what we have. Round 1 of set 2. We have 3 cornholes to 3 cornholes. It's a wash.
That is as good a win for Brandon Walker, and he was using that big body to box Smitty out of the board, too. Setting a mental edge.
Right? I sure am. Can I get a ruling on the line?
You may
can be
touch the
on the
line, you may
line.
not go over the line.
Okay.
Thanks,
'Cause
buddy.
you have been, wow.
That's why we have a mascot here, just guys that referee.
That's the official.
Here come the pre-excuses, the post-excuses. All
Have
love
some
to see it.
respect, boys.
Have some respect for yourself. Just don't do what Hank tells you.
Too strong there.
That should be
That
put
one
on there.
halfway there. Can Brandon knock it in?
Ooh, and he tries the worm burner.
But it's another trifecta of Woodies on either side, and it's another wash.
This has to be simultaneously invigorating and also demoralizing for Brandon. He is painting this board. He's just dumping his bean bags all over the place, just teabagging it. But Smitty is up to the challenge, and he doesn't have anything to show for it yet. That's got to be tough.
And we're going to send it down the stream to Coley. Coley, what are you seeing down there early in this set number 2?
It's becoming a more physical match than anticipated. I'm also seeing the referee has almost zero control over this match. I'd love to see him step up. It's been interesting. I feel like Brandon's been better since he tightened his belt. It was gross for everyone at home, but I think it's paid dividends. It's really the only time he's put points on the board.
Thanks, Coley. And yeah, Brandon has not put up a round higher than 3 points so far.
Yeah, essentially tying a tourniquet on his intestines, ensuring that he doesn't crap himself. Smart play, heady play by the native Mississippian.
As it stands right now, it's a wash. What will Brandon do with this final toss? He gets 1 point with the Woody, and Brandon Walker strikes first in set 2.
That was a dangerous toss to make, Jake. Smitty's beanbag was about to drop right through that hole, and Brandon said, you know what, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to try to throw a delicate one. He doesn't really have a touch shot, but he tried, and it ended up working out for him.
He saw again Brandon in such a
can't lose
groove
points,
to
right?
go pick up the
What's that
bags. He
point?
forgets
So-
when he wins, he doesn't have to do anything.
That's true. That's true. He's a gentleman, always looking to help others. That's the Brandon Walker way.
Remember, if you're just joining us, it was 22-7 in favor of Smitty in set 1, but it is a best of 3
You've
match.
lost it a little bit.
31% selected Smitty 2-1, 26% Brandon 2-1. Smitty in a sweep, 25%, and the 18% who took Brandon in a sweep eliminated. And remember, we are seeing question 4 in action right now, which is the margin of victory here in set 2 of our match, and we have a violation.
Clear violation. Spider all over it down on the field there. Spider with a great call, great body language, enforcing the boundaries.
So what does that mean?
And we are going to get a replay here.
That's
clear
a toe.
as ice.
That is a toe. Make no mistake about it. The toe was over the
So what's
line,
the penalty?
and we're hearing.
It's off
Is
the
it
board.
removed?
Let's see.
The bag must be
Off the
taken
board.
off.
We'll take it off
Spider,
the fucking board.
if you want to do the honors.
That was back
So
left.
that ball,
Wasn't
or
the
like,
same
excuse me, that
bag.
bag now
Took the
treated
wrong
as a
bag
0.
off.
Doesn't exist.
And Smitty creates another wash. A couple of woodies on each side. But these washes, PFT, have to be wins for Brandon considering how things started.
Well, they do and they don't, Jake, because Brandon needs to have a little bit of momentum moving forward. He's not getting them when there are no points on the board. Also, the more Smitty can extend this game by making both of them walk back and forth, that favors Smitty, who is in much, much better shape than Brandon.
Yeah, remember, if you're just joining us, the two competitors made a gentleman's agreement. Whoever wins the round, the loser has to fetch all 8 bags.
All right, now we're playing.
Back to question 4. The margin of victory in this game alone, the favorite, overwhelming, 4-6. 53% of the field took it, and the long shot, 15 plus, was only picked by 0.97%.
Brandon Walker with the tongue wiggle as that one dropped in the hole there. Wow. He feels great about that
1
round.
point round for Smitty.
That's a 1-point round for Smitty, so we're even at 1 apiece.
That was almost a moral victory for Brandon, though. The surge of confidence that he felt after that one went through, you could see it all over his face, especially on his mouth.
So we are 5 rounds into set number
Hand
2.
up.
Okay.
So no
Low
fumbles.
scoring
No,
so
no,
far. The players
gotta
starting
go
to evening
opposite.
out.
Yeah. You know how they say you can tell how a
Oh,
dog
running
is
back,
feeling
I'm
by
out.
looking
I'll
at
throw
its
the
tail, if it's being submissive, if it's excited to see you. That's the same way with Brandon with his tongue. If Brandon's excited, that thing just starts wagging like a beagle seeing a squirrel.
Oh,
That one finds the back door for Brandon. Smitty retaliates.
that was awful.
Brandon knew that one was bad right away, but it stays on for the time being.
What's a bullet sponge?
Just, fullbacks running up in the middle, just getting hit. Ah, yeah.
That one about halfway down up top.
That shouldn't have
Smitty
counted.
uses it as a backboard.
Smitty finding the crease wherever it may be.
What will Brandon do here? It's a woody. It's a little bit of damage control. It's a 2-point round for Smitty. He leads 3-1.
Now, Brandon's toe was a gnat's eyelash removed from being over the line on that one. Spider had his eyes all over it, almost pulled the flag out, decided not to at the last moment. But Brandon displaying a little bit of plumber's butt right here.
There you go.
Let's see that foot. That's so it might look like the foot is over the line right there. That's actually parallax angle, Jake. You might recognize the parallax angles from the Washington Capitals' astounding playoff win in 2018 on their way to a Stanley Cup championship. Parallax angle says that if there is a camera that is coming in from the side, it makes whatever is on top look like it might be further back than it truly is. But if you saw the overhead shot, his foot was behind the line.
Interesting. Back-to-back woodies from Smitty. Brandon can't find the board right now. Will Smitty take advantage?
That was a very good fake interesting. I just gave you the least interesting fact of all time, and a pro's pro you are, Jake.
Thanks.
Interesting.
3 woodies versus 3 misses right now. Brandon needs a moment. What will Smitty do here? It's a cornhole. Brandon needs to land this somewhere for some damage control. He gets the woody. However, that is a 5-point round for Smitty. He leads 8-1, and look at the facial expressions on Brandon right now.
Oh, I can't keep my eyes off him. Look at this. Just he won't even. Oh, that's a classic hanging head right there. That is a man with no hope whatsoever. That's a man who's upset at himself, staring at his feet because he knows at least they won't make eye contact with him.
8-1 in favor of Smitty after a rout in game 1, 22-7. Remember, we're playing to 21. You can go over,
What's this
win by
inside?
2. Brandon knew that one was off right away, and he bangs his head into the closet.
Pulled a Gus Farrat down there. We might need to get him in concussion protocol. Cole, can we go over and check on Brandon and see if he's feeling okay? Maybe make him count backwards from a random number by 7s.
Who's our current president?
Donald Trump.
Brandon Walker, huge
Good.
Donald Trump fan, was not going to get that one wrong. Coley gave him a softball, but he wants to keep him in the game.
Oh, my God.
That one barely grazes the right side of the board. Let's see if Brandon's head injury
Can I have a timeout?
continues to make an impact.
Not yet.
One thing I've noticed since being called for the foot fault, Brandon has stepped back a good 6 to 8 inches behind that line at times, almost overcompensating here.
A cornhole wins the round. Nope, it's a woody. And it is a 1-point round for Smitty, 9-1, but back to the potential concussion. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves here.
No. Brain injury is nothing to joke about. Brandon really put his head into that one. I don't know what the expected outcome there was for Brandon, but I think message delivered that he's not afraid to fuck himself up.
Right. It did teach us in Big J school never to
Oh,
assume
yeah.
injury,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
important to
Yeah.
assume,
Yeah.
to not
It's a
assume
fumble.
that
It's a fumble 100
it is a
100 times.
potential concussion protocol. You can't diagnose a concussion. We're not doctors.
Well, Stool Streams has done a great job putting together a great protocol. Putting the health of their athletes first here. You don't want to see any injuries, and these guys want to keep playing no matter what. So sometimes it's up to the doctors to tell them that they can't go in, take their helmets away, take their bags away, and prevent them from doing further injury to themselves.
Back-to-back cornholes from Smitty. Things are getting late early for Brandon Walker.
Brandon considered pulling the double headbutt there.
And that's a Woody, a big-time round from Smitty. Brandon trying to limit the damage right here. He gets the Woody to cancel it out. However, it is still a 6-point round for Smitty. PFT, it's 15-1.
Brandon is mentally crumbling. His brain is liquefying itself before our very eyes. It's tough to see, but Brandon, he's his own worst critic, and I would say that that's a tough position for him to be in because he has a ton of critics out there that are very, very mean to him about everything that he does. So it really tells you something that he treats himself worse than all that.
That's a good little nugget. Here's another one, PFT. Question 4 on the Play Barstool app is the margin of victory in this game. I mentioned earlier only 0.97% have a margin of victory of 15+, and that is seriously in play.
It definitely is. Just watching Brandon right now, it's just painful almost to watch. Seeing a man's soul leave his body in real time.
Not happy with it at all. Smitty with 3 Woodies. Will he close it out with another? He does.
Absolutely no grit from Brandon Walker. Just ready to give up.
Another Woody for Brandon. However, it is 1 extra point for Smitty. It is 16-1 in favor of the 35-year-old.
Do you have
Right.
the fuck?
16-1. This is it's a tough place to be. That's for certain. Patriots were 16-1 though at one point.
This is
People
a
forget that.
16-0 run for Smitty.
No, it isn't.
They were never
Remember
ever
earlier,
16-1.
Brandon did strike first in this game, but he has not scored a point since.
I'm being told that the Patriots were not 16-1. That's a bit of fake news from the booth up here. They were 18-1.
Have timeout.
Yeah, he'll use his lone timeout. Each player gets 1 timeout. I mean, usually in Jenga we see a huddle. Brandon has nobody to talk to, but Coley's going to put a hot mic on him.
He's huddling with himself.
Timeout. I have a timeout. I have a timeout.
You're on timeout. Brandon is on timeout right now. He is under no obligation to speak with anybody but himself. And Coley's going to get in there, though, and just kind of listen in on what the players
Yeah,
in
we're
the
just trying to
meeting
get
is
into the
gonna consist
coaches
of.
huddle over here like they do on every sports broadcast that's ever happened during a timeout.
Brandon,
And we're just really trying to see what's going on with the team over here as they crumble in front of all of America.
Brandon with an unfortunate visual there with the angle bending over, directly showing the crown of his head into the camera.
The timeout's over.
Okay.
Timeout is
Let's see-
complete.
let's see if-
16-1.
The first players-only meeting in the history of solo sports has concluded. Let's see how it works out for Brandon.
Starts things off with a Woody down the middle. That'll definitely pose some traffic early on. And PFT, you were checking out the board earlier on. How's the board running today and the bags as well?
Yeah, the bags are heavy right now. The board is smooth. It's a very smooth board. Brandon gets knocked in. You see a little evidence of that smooth board right there. Look at those sliders. Brandon's feeling himself right now. The bags are feeling very heavy today. That's a product of the humidity. And Brandon with
Another violation!
It's clear as day. We all saw it from up here, Jake.
Fuck you. and
Refs
fuck
got
you
it
too.
right.
His
Brandon's
second
still-
violation, however, he still did
Can I
win
see
the
that
round. It's 3 points for Brandon, and it's 16-4. So he may have got the violation. He still won.
Right, and you'll see on the replay right here, it was pretty obvious. Brandon with that toe over the line again. There it is, just poking its way to the other side like a frightened turtle, checking to see if the predators have gone away yet. They haven't. Brandon, you're still in trouble.
However, he did win the round. 3 points tied for his highest of the entire day so far in a round. That one slides off for Smitty. Could that be a blessing in disguise for Brandon and start the
thanks.
momentum he needs? Even right now. Nearly an airmail.
Listen, that was nothing but net by Brandon Walker, though. That he He might be locked in after a toss like that.
How will he close it?
No, I
Oh,
was,
no! Disaster! He knocks his own off!
I was insanely wrong.
And Smitty creates the wash. All of that for nothing. Brandon shoots himself in the foot.
It was maybe he should shoot himself in the foot, Jake. It'd be less of it to
Wow.
step over the line.
Wow.
That was it was a nice shot by Brandon. He was feeling himself a little bit too much right afterwards, and just absolutely nailed it. Nailed his own bag right off the board.
Another look here. Brandon had a golden opportunity to build his largest run of the day, but he knocks his own off with plenty of real estate to go elsewhere.
That's that slippery board right there. You land it short, it slides long.
A look of disgust. However, he still does have the honor.
What? Whoa!
You're good. You're good. You're good.
That was poor
You're
officiating.
good. You're good.
Spider going to hold his ground. Always doing a great job down there wearing his high noon hard seltzer suit.
Yeah. He looks good enough to drink, Jake.
Brandon with a Woody on that right side. Smitty gets one as well. That one hanging off a little bit. Brandon playing conservative there. Smitty slides off. It's a now or never run for Brandon, and that's a 2-point swing. Smitty with a huge cornhole to limit the damage. Right now, it would be a wash.
Brandon with the sad trombone womp womp head hang.
Anything on the board here wins the round for Smitty, and he'll take 1 point.
He won the round.
It is 17-4.
How
That is demoralizing if you're Brandon Walker. He had paint all over that board, tossing Woodies left and right. When he saw Smitty drain that cornhole, you could see the soul leaving his body for the maybe 17th time this episode of Stool Streams. The head hang. Brandon executes the head hang, I think, better than any athlete in modern history not named Jay Cutler.
Brandon did say he's 1 and 2 in Jenga, both players making their cornhole debut. He said now that he's alone, cornhole allows him to fly via his own wings, and you have no idea how high I can fly. Well, based off this start, he can't fly really high.
Not really high, more of a, almost like an ostrich tries to fly. A very overweight, slow ostrich.
You hear the Stool Streams music in your background right now. PFT, that's the cue. Things are getting real.
This is crunch time right now for Smitty, and it's time to step up and play some defense. Do you have any honor, Brandon Walker?
Oh,
he
that one
does.
slides in. Can Smitty help his own cause here? Big time! How will Brandon end things here? He currently has 2 points. Make it 3. And the deficit, or excuse me, it's a 1-point round for Brandon, 17-5.
Deficit narrows to 12, the most dangerous lead in cornhole. 12
points.
12 points. It's what they say. Brandon looks like he's a little bit dialed in right now. That was a big round for him, especially when you see your opponent respond to your cornhole with a cornhole of their own. That can take the wind out of your sails, but no, sir, not for Brandon fucking Walker. Can I cuss?
You can curse. as
Brandon
much as you want.
fucking Brandon fucking Walker.
Woody on the right side for Brandon. Smitty right near him.
Now you have to wonder if Smitty intentionally threw that bag to try to knock Brandon's off, just to mess with him, just to play mind games, because Smitty is usually all over that center hole.
A pair of Woodies on each side, both players
Brandon-
throwing towards a similar spot.
Yes, Brandon knows what Smitty's doing right now. There are no coincidences in cornhole.
That one right
Smitty.
on top of Smitty. That one too strong. An opening for Brandon Walker. He currently is up 1, but remember, points are not secured until the round is complete. In and out. 4 Woodies for Brandon.
Comes another Smitty destroyer potentially.
It's a Woody, but it's another winning round for Brandon Walker. He'll
about
take
that?
1 point, and it's 17-6.
How
Bit by
about
bit,
that?
inch by inch.
Brandon Walker,
We
dumping
have
them out,
seconds
letting them
on
all
that.
hang. Meanwhile,
What
we
is
got the itty bitty Smitty committee
Wood
over
by
there
wood or something?
trying to deplatform
Yeah.
Brandon Walker.
Wall by wall.
There's such a thing as the First Amendment, sir, Smitty.
Important round here, PFT, because that 15-plus range, the underdog, if Smitty scores 4 points here, that would lock it in. 1 point here for Brandon in all likelihood. Remember, players can go over 21. Then
Right.
that long shot would be eliminated. So
Right.
huge round.
Big round. I wonder if Smitty might have tried that destroyer round a little bit too soon there. Showed almost a bit of cockiness. Might not be totally earned. Maybe a little too early. Brandon with the opportunity to answer here. This is big spot for Brandon.
In all Woody rounds so far, Brandon with his 4th. What will Smitty do here? No, too strong, and Brandon gets another point. It's 17-7.
That's true. That's a whole lot of work for 1 point, though. Really a lot of work.
And remember, if you have
High
that
effort,
15
low
plus
yield.
range, you're not done yet because Smitty can go over 21. So, did Brandon get that point? Yes, but if Smitty wins 22-7, you're still in luck. So
That's right.
still a lot up for grabs as Brandon has the honor once again with the woody left side. Smitty matches.
Jake,
Oh!
one thing I've noticed, what is that tucked into Brandon's back pocket? What is he carrying around?
A couple of sheets of
Rolled up.
paper.
It looks almost like Nick Cage after he stole the Declaration of Independence in everybody's favorite movie, National Treasure, which I watched for the first time last night. I give that movie 5 balls, by the way, Jake. 5
Okay.
balls for it. I was this close to watching the sequel. I'll have to save that for the weekend. And a near knock-in by Smitty there. Smitty sent in the big guns trying to deploy that last bag.
That's a 2-point round for Smitty. It's 19-7.
Yeah, Smitty really put a lot of effort in that last toss there, tried to knock his own bag in, fell just short. That would have been a huge, huge moral victory for Smitty and a points victory as well for him.
All right, time is running out on Brandon right now. Coley, what are you seeing here? It's desperation time for Brandon.
It's been desperation time for Brandon for about 15 minutes now. You really have to wonder, can Smitty put him away? He's been toying with his food. Just end him already. Put him out of his misery now.
It's been desperation time for Brandon Walker for 34 years. He's certainly used to it, no stranger to the desperation key.
Smitty needs 2 to win here, but remember that 15 plus is still in play because you can go over. So a 3-point round here is far different than a 2-point round for question 4 on the Play Barstool app.
This is also a big moment of pride here for Brandon. If he can get to 10 points, get a double-digit round in this, I think that's a statement loss.
Big time cornhole for Brandon, back to back. Smitty too strong. An interesting dilemma here for Brandon. Currently, Brandon is winning the round with 1 point. However, if he goes for the cornhole, that one bag right there, PFT, is close to falling in.
I would jettison it. I would let this one, and that was
It's
a gutsy
risky,
play.
but he'll take another point off of it. It's 19-9.
2 points.
Another point in the round.
Two
It was
points.
already won. Yes, you won 2
Oh, I
points.
see.
Yes.
2 points for Brandon on that one. Almost flew too close to the sun. That was, it took some balls to throw that bag.
99, so I gotta get 24.
19-9.
You're not getting 24.
Okay.
And you hear Smitty trying to help out those 15-plus pickers
not
because
trying to help
he can
anybody
still
else,
win
trying
by
to help himself
15-plus,
out.
which is the long shot. 0.97% of you selected it.
Right, Smitty is in this for one person, that's for himself. He wants to dominate, he wants to destroy, he wants to bury Brandon Walker underneath 6 inches of AstroTurf.
That one slides off.
That's that fast board, Jake.
Oh, dear God.
Dear God is right. That was an unfortunate toss by Brandon. That was a big-time brick.
Short, but creating some traffic for Brandon here. He'll in all likelihood need an airmail for a cornhole. It's even right now. A cornhole here to win it. It's short,
Stay
but
back, stay back, stay back.
it is another point, and it's 20-9.
Yeah, but we're also watching Brandon get close to that 10-point barrier. Some said it could never be done by the mighty Mississippian. If he gets 10 points, I'm going to count that as a big-time moral victory in Brandon's book.
20-9. So currently, 11-14 is in very good shape. That was only picked by 6.49% of you at home, more than 16,000 submissions. A winning round equals a winning match for Smitty. Brandon needs a wash or a win. The only way this match extends. All woodies so far, so we're even.
Both players throwing extremely heavy bags. That might do it right there for Smitty.
Brandon's going to need to match it.
Looks like we have a spectator that's just entered Stool Stream
Keep
Stadium.
going.
Rico Bosco just stepped in to watch his great friend Brandon Walker
A premature
finish out the
entry
game.
for Rico as Brandon's too strong.
Rico came into the stadium here.
So right now, Brandon needs a cornhole to create a wash. Anything but a cornhole, and this match is over. And that's it.
Unfortunate.
Smitty takes it 22-9. Heartbreak for the 15-plus
coming over to me,
pickers,
right?
and congrats to the 6.5% of you who took 11 to 14 because it's a 13-point margin of victory, and it is a convincing sweep for Smitty over Brandon.
It is. That one was never really in question. It was just a matter of time. Once Smitty got off to that hot start, I think the game really turned when he threw a cornhole bag directly at Brandon's gullet, hit him right in the neck like Joe West trying to umpire a call at second base. I think at that point, Brandon's confidence was totally gone. Smitty took over and never looked back.
All right, let's send it down the stream. In the loser's circle right now, Coley is with Brandon Walker.
Yeah, thanks, boys. I'm here with big loser Brandon Walker. Brandon, throughout this entire match, I mean, your pants were falling off. We saw your hole more than we saw you get the bags into the cornhole. You had the papers coming out of your back pocket like a middle school basketball coach who's also an alcoholic. You were constantly rattled by not only the commentators, but your competitor. Did anything go right for you here today?
I would like to congratulate Smitty and a job well done. Way to go, Smitty.
All right, Smitty. Smitty, what happened prior to the match? It was very gentlemanly, a very you move. First, you tried to concede and let Brandon go first. That's not allowed.
He didn't try to do that.
He did. He did it to the ref. Don't tell me how to do my job. You tried to do that.
Did he do that?
And then you guys had a gentlemanly agreement to whoever loses go get the bags. How did that even come about? Was that just one of your weak mind games?
I would like to congratulate Brandon Walker for being the upstanding citizen he is to congratulate me on a congratulatorious victory.
I don't know if you know what that word means.
Well said.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Take mine off.
How hard is it for you to compete and also do math? Because it seemed to be quite difficult throughout the entirety of the match, despite you winning more team.
That's not fair.
Back to you.
That's not fair, Coley.
Those are two numbers.
When he said two numbers,
Those
he
are two
very
numbers.
clearly meant up to 10.
Thank
We
you.
all know our times tables,
Thank
maybe
you.
up to 12 if you're showing off. That was a showboat move by Coley Mick down there.
He said two numbers, PFT. I don't know why you interjected there. All right, 9 times 6.
54.
Took quite a while.
Brandon got it as well. I'm sorry to see Brandon Walker go. Just watching him shuffle around the stadium aimlessly after the game was over, like an elderly man with dementia wearing slippers trying to make his way to the bathroom after oatmeal time. That was worth the price of admission right there, Jake. I think, between those two competitors, the better athlete won and the bigger loser lost. So I'd say we're off to just straight up chalk at the start here.
All right, it is time to turn the page on to match 2. PFT is the long-anticipated debut of Rico Bosco against the Wonton Don.
That's right, yeah. So some keys to the game right here. Rico Bosco recently came out as having a face. He very bravely admitted that he does contain not just a voice, not just an attitude, but also a nose, 2 eyes, and a mouth, and a flowing locks of hair. Rico, just probably the best-looking man in the office. That might just be recency bias because we all expected him to look like basically like a corgi dog that has a bad skin problem. But he looks great down there. He's wearing a nice polo shirt with a Hawaiian print on it. Rico, we'll see if he's an athlete. We know he's a looker, but can he be a cooker?
All right, so you see the breakdown of our two competitors right now, the Wonton Don and Rico Bosco. And Coley, how about you introduce us to our rookie in Rico Bosco down the stream?
Yeah, thanks, Jake. We're down here on the field with Rico Bosco. Rico, what's it like to recently have a face?
It feels good. What do you think?
I've seen the face before, not going to lie.
You were in the circle.
How do you feel about a non-face haver, PFT, chirping you about your new face?
I didn't think of that.
That's
thought
why
he
I
would've been-
got this job.
Yeah. I thought he would have been more aligned with me. He didn't have a face for a while. But he's got a good face. I got a good face, so.
What's been the biggest adjustment to having a face in a political climate like this?
Not blocking people who tag my picture on Twitter. It's almost an instant reaction of being like, oh no, wait, I'm out. Sorry.
You're out, yeah. So have the blocks gone down since you've, in general?
Oh, yeah, huge. Down. Business is down.
Now, Hank in the booth in the truck brings up a good point. Donny, also not a face haver. Do you think he's going to try and use that as some sort of mental edge over you as someone who kind of abandoned your people?
I think Donnie's world travel, Donnie's, again, not face having. He can win the mental game. I'm
You
hoping
just
to win
fold the
athletically.
mental game?
Yeah,
Rico just,
1,000%.
I've never seen that. In all my days and hours of doing this, I've never seen that before.
Well, we kind of knew that coming in. Dave pretzels me, Dan can pretzel me. I'll lose the mental game, but luckily it's a physical game.
Are you worried? Did you watch any of the previous match? The booth, kind of like those two old Muppets, really got into Brandon Walker's head pretty much start to finish. Are you worried about that also, pretzel game?
A little bit. Jake Moore seems like a Rico guy. PFT, I know we've had some issues with a certain jacket, but I think he's a Rico guy too. So yeah, I'm just hoping to stay within my own head. I am a little worried. It's a good point. They could get me going, but I don't think they will.
What do you believe? This was a heated argument, rivalry over the past couple of weeks. What do you think the difference between cornhole and bags is?
I think cornhole sounds weird to say, so I like saying bags. It means it's like game of ass. Like I don't like calling it asshole. You know, like I like.
What do you
bags.
call
Bags.
the rectum?
The dumper. Call it the dumper.
Back to you guys in the booth.
All right. Thanks so much, Coley. A lot to take in there, but Rico, very excited to make his debut.
He is, yeah. And, Rico, never forgive, never forget. I had forgotten about Jacket Gate, to tell you the truth. That was over a year ago. I provided Paul LaDuca with a Toledo jacket, I believe. Or maybe it was Akron jacket, one of the MAC schools. And he walked into the Pick'em podcast donning that starter jacket. Rico was upset. It got back to me. Rico found out I gave it to him. Rico will not forget. I completely put that out of my brain, but he is like an elephant. He will remember all the time and always. He makes a good point, though. This is a battle of non-face havers, and Rico might have the confidence edge from recently displaying that mug.
So just give him to Donny.
All right, so we're going to decide who goes first, the same way we did in the last match. Each player will throw all 4 of their bags at the same exact time.
Donny, you mind taking them? Or just give me these?
No, I want the green bags. I want the
You
green
got to
bags.
take these then.
As we dispute
But
the
I don't
color of the
really wanna
bags
help
down
your
there
mojo.
on the field, Rico has not said what charity he's playing for, if he's representing any sort of team of youngsters out there, if
it's
he's
bad mojo
just doing it for
for all of
himself
us.
and being selfish. So
All right.
I guess he's just going, now that my face is out there, I'm big time Rico, capital I.
So y'all each throw all 4 at the same time to determine who goes.
Yep.
All
Got
right,
it.
whenever each competitor is
One
ready,
hand or two
same
hands?
time, most points goes
However you want.
first.
All right. I'm going to do a blooper. No, go.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
3,
3.
2, 1. Oh!
And we've got 1 point for
Yeah, you gotta do
Rico.
it
He
with
will have the
both.
honor and go first.
Both competitors
Watch your flag.
You
give
got
a
to
little
throw
pause
it.
there
You
after
gotta-
that toss.
He didn't win it.
Almost like they're
No, I know.
expecting
Oh,
the
you
ball
want
to
the
run
green?
around
Yeah.
and retrieve the ball.
Watch that
That's
line.
That's what we
Watch
should
the
do,
line,
Jake.
yeah,
We
yeah.
should
It
have
can be on, not over.
a golden retriever whose job it is to go fetch the beanbags and bring them back. I think that'd be a cute little addition.
Rico, a little hop there to take the honor on the High Noon Hard Seltzer logo. And he will start things off. The unknown from Unknown University starts things off.
Off the camera and in. Folks, you want to
Hit
talk
the
about
wire
symbolism.
in the top
Rico,
and then went
after
directly
putting
in.
his
Adjust
face
the
in front of a camera
So
for the
I'm a
first
lefty. You mind
time,
if I
almost
just- you mind
takes
if I
one
just
out
go
with
ahead?
his first throw.
It is house rules, so that is a good cornhole. An interesting start to the Rico Bosco era here from the Triple S.
That guy hates cameras, Jake.
Too far to the right for the 33-year-old in the Wonton Don, and Rico means business right now. That one in and out.
I like the little
like Sean
backspin
Merritt.
that he puts on it. A little flare here. Watch how he grips the point, and then it just lands smooth as you please. I also like the outfit that Rico's donning. That is Staten Island Foreman.
That's a Woody right on top of the hole. A lot of traffic there. And Rico creates even more havoc around the hole.
Let's see what Donny does on this one here. I think Donny's a ballsy guy. He's going to go for it.
We have the breakdown from the Play Barstool app numbers. Donny actually the favorite according to the 16,000 plus at home. 42% say Donny 2-1.
We're gonna get him every
25% say Rico 2-1. And then in sweeps, Donny
Oh, I thought we had a ball.
20%, Rico 13%. And another look at Rico's first pitch ever hitting the camera.
Let's take a look here. Doink right off the camera and in.
We got to count.
You can't script it any better than that, folks.
Great start
Hey,
for Rico Bosco,
Big
and he
T, can
takes
you
4
toss me a
points.
high noon?
Sure can.
Who had
this
what's the
is
score
what I was
there?
wondering here, Jake, because one of my keys for the game with Donny was see how long he can stave off the shakes.
We got a score.
He's diving right into a
I'm
high
just
noon,
trying to
hard seltzer
do a little
sun
brand
sips right
promotion.
now. Doing some brand promotion. That's true. He's all about the company. The Wonton Don is going to crack a cold one. It also provides a nice little counterbalance. And the keys to the match, as you see him on the screen, he does need to make sure that his hangover doesn't set in during the game. And then when it comes to Rico, don't mug the camera too much is what I said beforehand. And he mugged the camera on his very first shot. But fortunately, he got a bit of a good break on there. And then also remember, some things are bigger than bags. And don't know what that is yet for Rico because, again, he's playing just for himself. He hasn't said anything about the children or about any kids out there who might be watching him play,
Right,
which is
and
really sad to see.
Rico started off with the 4-point round. He does have a plethora of experience playing cornhole. He actually played cash games at a summer shore house, played on the Staten Island bar tournament circuit, won a tournament, and also finished runner-up once as well.
Yeah, Staten Island, the bar circuit there is as competitive
right.
as you'll see in North
4-1.
America.
I think you pick up 3. There.
Get stabbed if you go
Yeah,
out
I
of
pick
turn,
up 3. So now is
if you
it?
don't do the
Now
math
you
correctly.
you got the honor.
Or if you win sometimes,
it's
they just
3-4?
stab you too.
Yeah, but
All right.
you go
It's
first.
a 3-point round for the Wonton Don, though. Trailing 4-3, he will have the honor. Donny did say about Rico, he seems like a bag bully.
Ooh, I'm not so sure what that means. Like Rico being a bag bully, maybe it's because of his stout stature.
It's like
Looks
he shows
can
up
clear
at
some
a
people out.
barbecue and just bullies people.
Yeah, Rico definitely.
Off the cornhole
okay,
board.
that's fair. I could definitely see Rico being the one that brings a sign-up list to a backyard get-together
Yes.
of maybe 5 people and makes people write their names down in order for the game of bags. So I think that's a fair point by Donny. Just on Twitter right here, reading tweet that just came across the timeline from @Doug Gottlieb. I just don't think Rico can steal this one.
Back-to-back cornholes to cancel each other out. Remember, cancellation scoring in play. Only one player can score, and it's an airmail for the Wonton Don. Rico backs it up with a Woody. Let's see if Donny can lock in here, courtesy of the High Noon Hard Seltzer. Too much
Motherfucker.
there.
What the fuck am I doing?
I think Rico
Is that my bag over
might
there?
have an issue mentally in this game, and I'll tell you
Well,
why,
you went
Jake.
first.
Rico is a
maybe you
sweetheart. He's an absolutely
Oh, there's an extra bag.
perfect little turtle dove 90% of the time. But if you get on his wrong side, he will not forget. He will latch onto that. But he doesn't have a beef against Donny. He doesn't have that little bit of je ne sais quoi that makes Rico Rico. Right now, he's just your casual best friend. Your guy that
What'd you do,
you can
put
tell
one in?
anything.
Yeah. Did you get one in?
Absolutely
think
no
so.
animosity between these two players. I'd like to see
Tell you right
Rico
now.
And
dial
that
up
is
a
a
notch.
wash.
Plus 3.
He actually got
think I
one,
put
in
one in.
as well.
So it's a wash.
No. If
Yeah.
What'd you put 2 in?
It's a wash.
Yeah, Donny puts.
Oh, sorry. I thought you put 1 in.
Yes, it's a wash.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Donny,
The airmail right there.
he's got the nice counterbalance though with the high noon. I like that look. It's tried and true method. You don't want to be holding all your bags
Donny's
in one
honest.
hand.
I'm
with
very
no drink in
frazzled
the
right
other.
now. I just accidentally dropped the Baltimore defense from my fantasy football team. And now I wasn't able to add them back.
Donny was a victim of an overzealous competitor on the waiver wire. It sounds like. Credit to the person that picked him up though. Donny, who picked up the Baltimore defense as
No
soon as
one
you
has
dropped him?
picked them up. I can't add them back until after the waiver. After the waiver period is
Put
done.
him up for grabs.
All right, yeah.
All
We'll
right,
speed
starting
up.
things off. That was a wash, so it's 4-3 Rico. Donny with the honor, though. And Rico is playing in his first ever cornhole match unmasked. And just some historical context for you. If you remember the wrestler Kane, right? Pardon my take, return guest. When he was unmasked, you know what he did right away? He choke slammed his partner and management. So if history repeats himself, we could see some animosity from Rico Bosco.
We could see Dave get invited to Stool Stream Stadium and Rico kicking him in the balls and then stomping on Dan Katz's face.
That's another wash.
That would be the equivalent here. Rico too loyal though. Too loyal to do something like that.
Another wash indeed, so back-to-back washes. But you see the cornhole count on the bottom right of your screen. That is imperative for question number 2 on the Play Barstool app. It's total cornholes
You're gonna get the
in
lead
game 1 of this match.
I don't like
And
playing from behind, like
PFT,
Chicago
the favorite,
Bears.
by a slight margin,
yeah, it's a
0
wash,
to
so
28 at 31%, 30.9% right
They fell by
behind.
1. I think it's
0 to 28
no,
was
I'm saying I
33 to
gotta get the
36.
You know, I've had the pleasure of playing against Donny, and Donny is a great competitor, very good cornhole player. Let's see if he gets dialed in here.
Fuck,
all
too
six
much fucking
competitors
slide.
are making their
Shit.
sanctioned cornhole debuts, but Donny does have a pair of exhibitions under his belt in this room. PFT, you played him, and he played Billy as well. He actually split those matches.
Yeah, he wiped the floor with me, as I recall. Now with Donny, Donny and I played an invented game of our own, just not but 2 weeks ago. It was called Brick, and you might be asking yourself, what is the game Brick, PFT? Well, I'll tell you. It's the game Horse, except you have to choose exactly how you are missing your shot. So you pick a rim to aim for, call left rim, call bank off the front rim, et cetera, and you have to make that exact shot. It's a very fun game to play with your friends, especially if you've got a sun sip in your hand. But Donny was really good at it, and you have to wonder if maybe training yourself to miss shots is going to translate to the cornhole table.
And look at that move by Rico Bosco, a 7-pointer, and he has a commanding 11-3 lead right now.
Would you like another one, Donny?
9 cornholes so
No.
far.
I feel like that would be
Remember that first
unprofessional.
range is 0 to 28.
One at a
By
time.
the way, we had
Yeah.
more than 16,000 submissions in the Play Barstool app. Go ahead and download it. Make your picks for next
I gotta
week's
focus.
broadcast and the Pigskin Parlay. We had a couple of players close to that 25K jackpot. There are 355 remaining now for the $1,000 progressive jackpot, 2 for 2 thus far.
Yeah. Speaking of masking and masks,
Curved it.
there was a while in the mid to late 90s when
it come
just
out of
taking
your
people's
check
masks
bank?
off was a
What do you
big
get?
thing. The movie The Mask with Jim Carrey, the movie The Mask 2 with Jim Carrey, The Man in the Iron Mask. Mission Impossible was 90% just people removing other people's masks. It was a
Good
big thing
drop.
for Rico growing up. Have to imagine that he's just living his dream right now.
It's a 3-point round for Donny, 11-6, chipping away. And PFT, have you seen Son of the Mask?
Was that The Mask 2 or was that
I don't
Mask
know.
3?
I forget who
I've
it's
seen
in.
all the masks, Jake. I'm a big fan of Jim Carrey, the franchise. Smockin', as they say.
Eleven
talk
six
to
right
him or
now
just
in
speak?
favor of Rico Bosco. Donny does have the honor right now as Rico misses too strong. Could this be an opening for Donny? Back-to-back Woodies. How will Rico respond with a Woody himself? Creating some more traffic around the hole. Way too strong from Donny. Rico knocks in Donny's. Let's see how this round ends. Too much. Rico, one more turn.
Drop.
Another Woody. So a wild round, a roller coaster of a round, if you will. But at the end of the day, it is just a 1-point round for Donny. It's now 11-7.
Yeah, in China, they actually look at having a set of cornhole tables in your house as a
how's the
sign of
cornhole scene in
prestige.
China?
It's something
They
that you
play
can just
rice hole.
demonstrate. They
What's
play
rice
rice
hole?
hole, as
Just-
Donny just indicated in China. Rice
rice
is
in
a
a
more
plastic bag.
abundant grain than corn.
And
we're gonna
I
send
think
it down the
the only
stream to
one who's
Col-
ever actually played that is me.
Same format?
Yeah, I just put some rice in plastic bags and try to do a little makeshift cornhole. It didn't work well. The bags exploded. The rice went everywhere. All right, let's go.
Donny starts things off with an easy cornhole, and the pressure continues to shift towards Rico Bosco. But he says, pressure, I don't need any of it. Too much there.
Yeah, he did.
Ugliest shot of the game.
Rico gets that one to fall.
And Donny says, pressure? I don't need no stinking pressure.
Badges.
Two great competitors under pressure. David Bowie, Queen.
All right, we're going to send
Freddie
it down,
Mercury.
down the stream to Coley. Coley, what are you seeing down there?
Describing, whatever.
I'm very, very
game for
intrigued by
21?
Rico's
I think so,
Sean
yeah.
Marion-esque jump shot. I haven't seen that in all my years of playing and watching this game. And Donny's really locked in ever since he had a sweet, sweet high noon touch his lips. You can only imagine how good he'd be playing if he was also smoking one of his patented hoons. Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much, Coley. So that was a 1-point round from Rico with a 12-7 edge right now here in game one.
Like in Space Jam, it's Donny's secret stuff, and it's
Hey.
high noon
He
sunset.
talked to my backswing
That one way
disqualification.
right. We have another edition of Blaming the Broadcasters. We could make that a series in its own.
We could. It'd be a long series.
Yeah. Another Woody for Rico, creating some traffic around the hole on the front side. So Donny goes right side. Let's see what Rico does here.
Rico expending almost negative energy on each throw. Just casually walking up there, flick of the
I'm
wrist.
going to keep my elbow locked this time.
Donnie's
see if that
definitely more.
helps.
He's got a more physical delivery than Rico. So again, look out in the later rounds. Now, what
Donnie
you'll notice
knocked
on
it
that
down.
one, that was a
Coley, it's physics.
awful
dude.
turn of events for Donnie for
Hit it
sure.
and run.
He switched it up though. On that play, Donnie stepped with his non-dominant foot, his right foot, as he released it with his left hand. Watch this. Something I picked up on
Physics,
here.
Coley.
Now, Donnie's been doing it the opposite way for the entire rest of the game. He's been stepping left, throwing left. I don't know what switched up, but if I were him, I would not go back to that stance.
15-7 in favor of Rico. 16 cornholes right now,
was a dog
and it's
in
an
this
airmail
fucking
for
game?
Rico
Like, come on.
Bosco.
But living my life as an underdog.
Too strong
You were a
from
dog?
Donnie.
Fucking disgusting. Part of the fucking skills. Look at that.
Oh, that one sneaks in as well.
Rico dropping a skell on Donnie. I don't know if
No,
Donnie
no,
can
He didn't
come
call
back.
me
from that.
Never, never.
He said everyone who said that I was going to win's a scout.
And I think
Everyone,
you're good. I
all of
respect
Donnie's
it.
supporters are the skells. Excuse me.
Yes. I mean, I needed a name for my fan base.
Rico, a chance to close this one out.
Skeleton Crew. That's what they call Donnie's fans.
That's on the board, and
Okay.
Donnie needs something, or this one's over. And that's it. Rico Bosco, a 21-7 Game 1 victory.
Jake, that was
best- it's
it
best out of
wasn't as
three.
close
Best out
as the
of
score
three.
indicated, and
All right.
Donnie is no
Even with the
slouch at
cursed
this sport.
bags.
Rico
him
is
over
just
here.
a ringer.
Donnie,
I actually
Donnie.
think that Rico unveiled his face for the first time last week just so that he could compete in cornhole. That's how good he is. I think he's the immediate person to beat in cornhole in this entire office, if not the entire Penn Station area.
All right, let's send it down the stream in the loser's circle right now with Coley and Donnie.
Thanks, Jake. Donnie, tough first batch. You came in here favored. You muffed the first round. You got some high noon and you started locking in. But talk about that switch you made with your form. What was that? What were you thinking?
I try about 4 different techniques per game, and I think game 2 is when one of those really starts to click. I came in frazzled. I looked down at my phone. Hank had sent me 4 texts. He's like, get in the Stool Streams room. I don't like feeling rushed. I wanted to be here 10 minutes early. Showed up 5 minutes late. But now it's anyone's game.
You're making a lot of excuses. And also, Rico started high-stepping there towards the end of the game. That seemed to rattle you a little bit. Are you worried about that moving forward?
No, you know what? I thought he'd be really breathing down my back. He's a very friendly competitor, you know. As I called him, I thought he was going to be a bag bully, just talking all sorts of shit, kind of trying to box me out while I'm tossing him up. And so far, you know, I blame that loss entirely on me. He's not pulling anything dirty.
Jake?
Thanks so much, Coley. All right, still plenty of work to do for Donnie, but he'll need to strike first to get some sort of momentum because he was playing from behind in the majority of that first match.
That's right. And when I played against Donnie and when he played against Billy in the exhibition matches, he was throwing with the corner of the bags, holding him like Rico holds his bags.
Don't tell me what
But
the
for
fuck
some
it is.
reason, he switched
throw
up
it,
to
I'm
an
throwing.
alternate grip.
Respect
And
the stripes.
that corner grip's really working for Rico right now.
Donnie did talk to us in our pregame meeting about his form, and you've seen Rico use that top corner.
Yeah.
Donnie did say he's used a little bit of that before as well, but he's still searching for answers when it comes to his technique, and so far that seems to be the case.
Yeah, he's looking for answers. All these guys' questions. Rico got off to a hot start here. Rico's just in the zone. That's point blank.
That's all I need.
That is the
Get people start yapping.
the
fucking put 'em in.
steely-eyed experience of a man that has played in Staten
start
Island
yapping,
cash
I'm on the
games.
board.
How much do you think a cash game is for in Staten Island, Jake?
Are we talking units or dollars?
Let's talk units here. How many unit per game?
It's probably 1 unit per game, but there's a tournament that Rico also won.
Yeah, I would
So.
say maybe half a unit per game. Rico strikes me as a guy that doesn't carry cash.
Wow,
Hold
so
on.
he's,
So Rico up 5-0 in this
Am I
second
allowed to
game.
talk to PFT or no?
And Donnie's
No.
head is all over the
No.
place right now. Far from locked in.
I actually used the corner technique when I beat PFT, but then I can't. It's too late. It's too late to go to that now.
I don't think it's ever too late to say sorry. I would switch to the corner grip right now if I were
Should I
Donnie.
give Rico a taste of his own medicine here?
Donnie gonna mimic his technique. Let's see.
That's a
It's
great
a Woody
shot.
right on the Barstool
You see how
logo.
softly that landed, Jake? That's because the slick boards, we're seeing these boards run fast today.
Right.
If Donnie's throwing it with the palm grip, that slides
Did you
right
use
off
the
the
corner
edge.
thing or you just adapting it now?
Rico slides
I
it up
used
as
it
well.
once before when I was
See
playing
that
against
top
PFT,
bag
but
Physics.
halfway home. Bunch of woodies in this round.
If we can go to our friends at Amazon Web Services to check out the StatCast on that, Rico's spin has actually increased. The spin rate has increased since Donny started spinning backwards. Almost like Rico is marking his territory, being like, oh, you think you're the spin guy? I'm going to spin it even harder than you. So keep an eye on that.
It's a 1-point round for the Wonton Don, so he's on the board and has the honor, but Rico still with a 5-1 edge, aiming for that sweep. Donny going to continue going with Rico's technique, and he starts with the cornhole.
Just want to point out that the tits are really popping on Donny right now.
Back-to-back cornholes for Donny.
He's letting the girls sing.
Rico cancels one out. Way to the right for Donny. We're still waiting to see that first 4-bagger as Rico cancels out another cornhole. We're even in this round. Way short for Donny. An open board for Rico. No, he misses an easy opportunity, and it's a
You
wash.
cannot take advantage of it. You have to make those shots if you want to win in cornhole, Jake. Donny left an open board for him. Rico could not respond. But again, that's got to be demoralizing for Donny, who's found a stroke that works. And then
many
just
points
to
do you
have
get there?
Rico match all of his cornholes.
You
Was
hit
that a
two.
wash?
It's got to be tough.
So you
All
still
right,
hold.
you're right. I should've
Donny still with
capitalized
the
on that.
honor, trailing 5-1.
Oh, okay. I got this.
That one
Does not look together.
way to the right. And I believe the watermelon high noon, and we have another camera interaction.
Rico is 2-0 off camera
Pete
banks.
watching, he's going to have a heart attack.
That one falls down for Rico Bosco.
Cam Banks. Cam Banks is a football player.
Yes, the running back for the Florida State Seminoles.
Absolutely.
Part of Coach Doug's Fiesta Bowl winning team
Nice throw.
back in 2013.
Gotta hit that one.
That's impressive, Jake. Off the
I
top of your
don't
head.
know if that's right.
3?
I
Just
shouldn't have
roll
said
with
that.
it.
That's
Roll
bad
with it.
It's a wash
journalism.
again.
You nailed it.
Yeah, I only got-
2013,
only got-
Jake.
It was
Not
Doug's
only
second
memorizing
year.
stats in the real
Doug's
life, but
second
also
year.
in the
Oh,
EA
shit.
Sports
Okay.
cinematic universe.
Yes.
I thought you put 2 in.
So that is a 3-point round for Rico. He leads 8-1, getting closer and closer to that sweep.
That's right, yeah. And these competitors, again, I think that there's a friendly rivalry right now going on. Don't see a lot of trash talk going back and forth. Some things are bigger than cornhole.
Rico sweeping was the heavy underdog according to the 16,000 plus of you who played in the Play Barstool app. Just 13% of the field, 2102
13%.
amount of players.
Now, Jake, I put all my money on Rico in this because,
Fine.
first of all, a man that plays the Staten
Everybody
Island
does.
circuit, that's a man that
don't
you want
like
to put your money on.
People in this
Second
room
of all, I
who
think
hitch
that there's
their
a
fucking
direct
wagon to
correlation
the wrong horse.
between how many miles you travel from your home
Fine
on
with me.
average
Keep throwing,
and
Donny.
then how good you are at cornhole. If
Not
you grow
good.
up in the same
what you
town,
want.
you live in the same town, you die in the same town,
Fourth.
you're the kind of guy that's going to be just
Hold
an
on.
ace on the boards. If you're a worldly
You got
traveler
one,
like
one.
Donny,
Yeah.
I think you spend more time thinking about your next itinerary. You've got different meals and various cuisines
you.
that you like to prepare. You don't
it
spend as much time focusing on the things that matter like cornhole.
It's a 1-point round for Rico Bosco. He takes the advantage of the honor once again and is up
what it is.
9-1.
13%.
13.
13%.
I'm gonna.
13% of the
Come over here.
people, Rico not happy whatsoever with the Play Barstool app. But remember, he is the rookie, so you can't really blame the people who submitted.
So, Jake, in other words, what you're saying is that 87% of America said that there's no chance that Rico can sweep in cornhole, just completely having him. Bunch of skells out there on the internet.
That's right, but he is
growth
locked
on
in,
him.
not on that throw at least. Trying
Oh
to
my
turn
God!
some people down. As Rico has a relatively open board here. Nearly knocks Donny's off. Too strong from Donny. It's another 3 points for Rico Bosco, 12-1.
Yeah, Rico's in the zone right now.
All right,
Trying to think of a way to get. Who are his other
I'm closing
beefs?
out the game with the
Who are some of
twirls.
Rico Bosco's notorious internet beefs?
We've got
I feel like he hates
Jeff-
Calipari.
Jeff
Good
Nadeau
goalie.
out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's right.
He's the ref.
I wonder how Jeff Nadeau bet on this one. Probably said no chance Rico can even come close to hitting a board.
You know what? Jeff Nadeau probably
think
broke
Rico
the
would
news
prefer if I
that
was
Rico would
also
be
the
leading
ref based on that
12-1,
information.
six rounds into match number 2. He wants the
He's
credit.
furious.
Oh, he has me.
Secretariat, Seabiscuit,
Fair.
Rico Bosco. Hit your horse to a different fucking wagon.
Here's
It's your own fate.
a new tweet coming across the
Your own
timeline. This
fucking
is
fate.
from Mike Francesa. I'd like to give a shout out to all the Staten Island legends out there. The Little League baseball team from 2015. And that's it. Those are the only good athletes from Staten Island. What we just said right there.
Yeah.
Give
See the
respect where
horse,
respect
good
is due.
legs, 8 years.
Another 5
I'm
points
going
for
to somebody
Rico,
else's
17 to 1. And what was the
I'm
name
gonna
of
hitch
one of
my
those
career
players? He
to a
became an internet
different horse.
sensation a couple of years ago.
Can't imagine. I can't
Little League
imagine
team.
it. I
It was,
literally can't imagine it.
Big Al?
What?
He,
Come on,
he hits
He's gonna come
dingers.
back.
Yes.
That's what he loves to do, Jeff.
I think it was Big Al. You just called
No,
him
I
Jack.
know.
Jake.
87%.
It's outside
Excuse me, Jeff.
motivation.
It's okay, Big Cat.
I deserve to lose by this much.
I understand
but
that. I wish I didn't have to do it.
Now,
We have
no,
fun
no,
out
no,
here in
now-
Stool,
Yes.
don't we, Jake?
I really do.
17 to 1 in favor
I mean,
of
I'm
Rico
just saying
Bosco.
if you were in my position, you would have already stormed out of the room. So I think I'm like,
Wow.
That's
Okay,
a good
now
one.
we've
That's
got
a good
so
one.
I just feel like, you know,
All right, fair enough.
I have to get some credit for
Fair
taking
enough.
my loss
No,
like a man.
yeah, you are. Fair enough. I just can't figure it out. I'm fucking thoroughbred, and you say, nope, I'm going the other way.
Thought that was going to be an airmail.
What do you say? Secretariat, 8 bells, Rico Bosco.
A little strong from Donny, but it stays on for the time being. Rico with another Woody. Remember, he entered this match up 17 to 1, so would need just 4 to walk it off. That's a cornhole. And Donny needs a cornhole here. It's over. Oh, he got it!
Good job.
A big-time cancellation to keep giving him some life, but it's 20 to 1.
That's right. You spell clutch Donnie. What a shot by Donny.
Another shot by Donny. All you need's a chance, PFC, because the round resets. You win the round, you have life.
That's right. A chip in a chair.
Chip in a chair. 20 to 1. Rico leaves an opening for Donny. Does not take advantage. Remember, a Rico 1 round ends it. Donny needs a wash
obviously, right?
or a win. So far, no points accumulated in this turn.
Tell you what, Donny's hair is looking great too, isn't it? Just shining in the light.
My tits are popping too.
Tits are popping, hair's looking
That's
great.
concerning.
Donny looking like a sexual tyrannosaur. Taking his time.
Puts it up and in.
That's
Big
right.
time. Can Rico cancel out? You bet he can. Big shot for Rico Bosco. Still even in this turn. Couple of bags left for Donny. Gets the Woody on that front right side.
Scumbag, asshole, jerk.
Rico,
fucking
Donny
loser,
needs
scumbag, dick.
a cornhole
8 years.
here again
Still
to
connect.
extend the
Lights are
match.
on, time to perform.
A Woody does nothing.
Seabiscuit, Secretariat, Rico Bosco.
And Rico Bosco in a
Yes.
convincing sweep. Your final
Well
20
played, real well
2
played. Thank
to
you.
1.
Donny.
The
Yeah.
biggest margin in Stool Stream's
Rico,
cornhole
Rico,
history.
Rico.
Rico going in for the hug on that one. That was a great
He's a good
display of
competitor.
sportsmanship. I'm seeing a
Good
tweet now
competitor.
from,
You're in here. No,
from
you're
Clay
in.
Travis.
He goes here.
Clay Travis
Man,
says,
just get dragged no
I
matter
don't think
what.
Rico can do it. Well,
Max, good on Max.
there's
X.
some serious egg on SEAL Team Clay's face as we speak.
All right, let's send it down the stream. Coley is with Rico and Donny.
Rico, what do you have to say to the 87% of buffoons out there watching right now?
You're a skell. Keep doubting me. I mean, what do you want me to say? 87%. I love it. Put me on next week, and we'll get 10%. And I'll connect again. I love it.
Finish.
What else? What do you want
What
me
do
to
you want to say to the 13% who
Oh, I
will
love
ride
it.
or die?
Day one, ride or die. They should get T-shirts. Get them the T-shirts. Secretariat, Seabiscuit, Rico Bosco. I'll mail deliver to all 13%. I also want to say it was an honor. Hank's my guy since day one. This is a great field, great booth, great play-by-play, great competitors. It's good.
Now, Donny, halfway through that second round, you started doing the corner toss and then completely abandoned it despite that being your only successful form. Why did you abandon that?
I like to live outside my comfort zone. So anytime I felt like I was getting a little momentum, I like to change it up. You know, that'd be too easy.
Was it tough playing against Rico once he started naming horses?
Dude, I call him Rico Bosco because he was putting so many bags in the fucking trunk that round. That was incredible.
Costco
Beautiful.
gives boxes, not bags. Back to you in the booth.
So much, Coley, Rico, and Donny. What a statement to make your Stool Streams debut in terms of Rico Bosco.
Yeah, I still think Rico Bosco plays. I think that's a great nickname. So I'm going to allow that one from Donny. That was wonderful. I'd like to start something new here down at Stool Stream Stadium, at least in the cornhole environment. I'd like to give PFT's Hammer Time Hammer of the Day. This award goes to the player that I think is the least skill-like, who shows up and executes. So Rico Bosco, congratulations. You get PFT's Hammer Time Hammer Bag Trophy of the Day for showing all the skills. Who's the man inside Stool Stream Stadium? Great performance. Some things are bigger than sports, but nothing is bigger than Rico Bosco on the cornhole tables. No, that's my tie. That is the equivalent of my tie. It's a sledgehammer. Now you have to take that home with you on the train.
All right, so a fitting ending for match number 2. But now, PFT, it is time to shift our focus to our grand finale. Yeah. Robbie, Fox, and Hubs, one of these guys can potentially gift a stoolie $1,000 on the progressive jackpot.
That's absolutely right, Jake. I am excited to watch these two go at it right now. Robbie Fox, my bandmate, good friend of mine. Last week he was serving looks in the Jenga sphere, taking off the glasses, removing the hat, staring right at the camera and just looking sharp as a tack. We'll see if he is feeling the confidence from that, or we'll see if Hubs can come in here and try to steal the show from Hubs. Great ping pong player. Really good ping pong player. I have not seen him on the cornhole table.
Both making their debut.
Yeah, they're making their debut. They stack up, physically about the same BMI, I would say, except Robbie's is actually probably a lot less than Hubs's. But still, they're in the same weight class, give or take.
No doubt about it. All right, it is time to begin match number 3. If each player wants to corral in their bags.
No problem.
Robbie Fox.
All right. Each player
to
push all 4 bags at the same time. Highest number of
Like
points
both
goes
of
first.
us at the same time, too?
Yes.
Just chaos.
All right.
And then many things
ready?
land.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1.
And we've got 1 point on green. And Hubs will start things off with the honor.
That was chaos.
Why are these in here?
PFT, this was just chaos, but
It
Hubs
was
got 1 to go.
just a scatter shot. They both they were the first ones to try to do the 4-bag toss with the same form
Is that the
that
only
they're
rule,
going to
really?
use for the regular game here.
Okay.
Never know.
All right, so here we go. We're going to begin our finale. By the way, PFT
Oh,
entering
God.
this match as Hubs is way too strong. 15 players remaining for that progressive jackpot. But if you're 0 for 4, still a chance for that $50 Barstool Sports gift card. So a lot on the line for these two.
Okay.
For sure. Now,
I got to get a feel.
I don't think I've ever seen
I feel
Hubs
like
wear
you're- I feel
a
like you're very
front-facing
good.
baseball cap before.
I wouldn't
So
say
you
very
Frankie
It'd be
played like
imperative to keep
1,000
the bright
No,
lights
the
on
old
the
office.
rise
I played
here at
Frankie
Stool
once.
Stream Stadium.
Go.
The numbers
And
are
he-
going to play
Okay.
Barstool
Frankie
app as
destroyed
Hubs
me
knocks
as well.
one in and off for Robbie. Hubs winning in a sweep
on.
is the favorite by 35%. Hubs 2-1, 33%.
No, I
Not
knocked
many
that
Robbie
one in.
Fox believers, just
Oh, wow.
31%
gonna
combined
knock
think
that red
Robbie
one
is
in.
winning today.
That was a brutal shot by Hubs.
gonna be a line
Deplatforming Robbie Fox's right bag and sliding his own right to the hole. Robbie responds with a cornhole of his own. Big shot, Bob.
Big shot Bob is what
So
they
I got
call him, but
one?
it's a
No, I
4-point
got two.
round
Oh,
for
okay,
Hubs.
so I'm a force.
And he leads 4-love. One more look here at the big-time shot from Hubs. The little ricochet in and off for Robbie, a 4-point swing.
Boom. That's just how you draw it up. That is exactly how you draw it up in the bathroom mirror when you breathe on it and then
Nope.
rub your finger all on it,
So the,
preparing for a cornhole
the
game.
numbers we just mentioned are for question 5. Question 6 is the entirety of cornholes for all three games. And the most popular pick, a fill-in question, was 75 cornholes by 14% of the field. But just 15 players remaining for a potential $1,000. Remember, if nobody wins, it rolls over to $1,500 for potential Jenga on Monday. And $1,500 is tied for our highest progressive jackpot
fucking
so
what's the
far.
base-
That is a lot of
field,
moolah.
They always hit the roof.
A lot of moolah. I'm
so
enjoying
it's like
watching
drop.
Hubs's
All right.
throwing motion here. As he follows through, he does almost the crane pose. Just
What do we got
remains on
there?
one foot, extends
so
one
bad.
hand,
Two in, right?
tucks the other
Cancels
in.
each other
Almost
out,
the
so it's
I'm a
just
little
two-
teapot,
two for
short
me?
and stout follow
Yeah.
through.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not a great math guy.
Let's go with that. I trust
2
you.
points for Robbie. And it's 4-2 overall.
you
Another
lead
look
There it
here.
is. Look at that.
I
As
think.
Hubs. Kind of like an ice skater.
Yeah, like an ice skater mixed with
Over
a
the line.
crane.
What's that?
Got
So
violation.
what happens?
It didn't go on the board, so nothing.
We had a foot violation, but it was off regardless. Remember, you can step on the tape. You see on the bottom right of your screen. You cannot go
left.
over.
Not
Spider, you're
step
doing a
back.
good job
I'm
making sure the
just
player's playing by the
not even
rules.
gonna
Yep,
come close
and
to it.
Robbie Fox with the checkered shoe is very easy to spot when they step over the line. I don't think anyone's ever won any sort of athletic competition wearing the classic checkered Vans.
Need a roll.
Robbie gets one down. Hubs can't match it, and Robbie a big chance here.
It's a great shot by Bob to bank that off there.
Oh, too much.
I wanted that.
I don't know what Robbie hit on that. It sounded like he
Sounded like
knocked,
some metal.
knocked a spring loose.
Oh,
That
roll.
is a Woody from Hubs, and that's 2 more points for Robbie. We are even at 4 apiece.
Robbie slapping the base on that shot, Jake. That thing, I don't know what it hit, but there was a recoil. There was a cartoon boner sound effect that came out of that cornhole table. Boy, yo, 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 yoing.
Robbie with the honor. 4 apiece. Game 1, best of 3. 15 players anxiously awaiting a chance at a grand.
And we talk about
Sometimes
you know,
it's
the
like
competitors.
golfing,
We talk
like when
about
the golfers
boards. We
know a
talk about
drive is
Cooley on
bad
the
right away.
sidelines.
Yeah.
It's like,
Let's
oh,
give a
they
little
hate
credit to Spider down there on the field. Spider doing
was
some
on one of those
quadricep stretches as he stands ready to make any call. Always at the ready. That's why we love our officials down here.
7 cornholes so far. Remember, we're tracking the cornholes in the entirety of this match. If it goes 2 games or 3 games. A little short there for Hubs. Not happy with it. Let's see how Robbie retaliates, and it slides down. The fist pump from Robbie Fox.
not even close. What
That
a
one
terrible
not
round.
close, and that is an 8-point round for Robbie. He
That
leads
was big
12-4, and midway through game 1, PFC, how about your keys to the game presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer?
Right. So when we talk about these two competitors, we talk about a few things, right? When we talk about the keys to the game, what we like to talk about when it comes to these two guys is that there's a few things that we talk about, and one is that you try not to get lost in Robbie Fox's eyes, right? You have to. If you're Hubs, you can't look at him. It's like the opposite of Medusa. If you don't turn to stone, you look at Robbie when he takes those glasses off, and you turn into a puddle. Because as I mentioned, he was serving looks last week. Also, make sure that Hubs has his hat backwards, which was one of my keys to the game. The hat went forward today. That was a twist I don't think any of us saw coming. And then when it comes to Robbie, don't let Hubs push the pace. Hubs is a frenetic person. He's a frenetic individual. He's quick twitch all the way. Robbie is more low and slow.
Well done.
So you have to play at your own pace if you're Robbie Fox. Don't get sucked into the other guy's
Needed
game.
that
Hubs
so
with
bad.
a big-time damage control
lost
pitch.
one.
It's still 1 point for Robbie, 13-4 though.
13-4. You know what? This is turning into a blowout right off the bat. I think Robbie's playing with a lot of confidence. Hubs is a guy that'll talk to himself, a guy that get inside his own head.
You know what, PFT? In the history of Stool Stream's Cornhole, we have never had a 3-game match. They've all been sweeps.
Really
Yep.
fascinating. I think cornhole is a cerebral game, so it's very easy to kind of talk yourself into a bad mental space once you start to lose. Tough to claw out of
Come
that.
on.
Hubs with a cornhole to make that total number change to 13.
Yes.
Gets another one, and he has a chance for the first ever 4-bagger today. Can Hubs make history? In and out, but it's still a big-time 7-point round for Hubs. It is
That was
now
like a plexiglass
13-11.
Jake, just
needed
a
that.
great round nonetheless by Hubs. And you'll see right now he's playing with confidence. Look at that. Just his entire body is lined up at the table.
Score?
Very good form. That one
I was looking
unfortunately
for the
slid off the edge a
13-11.
little bit, but a great round nonetheless from
That's a
from
lot
Hubs.
better than
If Hubs can pull out just one game inside Soulstream Stadium, he will have matched the Yankees win total from all of September.
That is far from the truth. The Yankees on a 6-game winning streak right now.
unbelievable.
Prior to the 6-game winning streak.
Hubs has a cornhole in 4 of his last 6 pitches.
Oh,
Robbie
you
sneaks
ass.
that in on the back door. How will Hubs respond? He has one on that front left side. Not close. Robbie knocks both in for the cancellation. A lot of cornholes. Remember, this is a fill-in for question 6. The higher numbers certainly in the driver's seat. What will Robbie do here with an open board? Too much, and it's a wash.
I'm digging the hat by Robbie, too.
Peanut gallery.
It almost implies
It's a little ball
that
game.
perhaps an existence of dreadlocks behind Robbie Fox's head. Rastafari Fox.
Look at Hubs
Lord of mercy.
Who
going
goes first
for
on
the
that?
kill
I think
shot.
it's
He was
still
on a
me,
little bit of a
right?
hot streak there. Not enough, and Robbie sneaks that one down. It's still 13-11. So Hubs still does have the honor.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the middle of a comeback here. Hubs has made this a game.
It was once 13-4. Hubs had a 7-point round a couple of turns ago. Both players too strong on their first pitch of round number 8.
And Hubs gets 1 bag on the board, equaling the Yankees' win total for all of August.
That is still far from the truth. PFT being a bad Big J right now. As Robbie gets a Woody.
PF Troll.
Stay somehow. Okay.
Hubs with a Woody.
All right, you want
Robbie
Sue
with
there?
another one, so it is
Yeah.
a 2-point round.
A lot of pain on the board.
15-11.
You can
Big
see-
time round.
You can see a little bit of that frenetic energy coming out of Hubs. He's bouncing around back there. After he fires off each shot, he's almost jumping to the side. He wants it to bounce in. He is feeling himself right now. He is in his game. Let's see if Robbie Fox can step it back up, and he does.
Starts things off with the cornhole. A 15-11 lead for Robbie Fox, but Hubs cancels it out. What will Robbie respond with? A cornhole of himself. Perfection on this round so far. Oh my!
Incredible.
Both players halfway home to a 4-bagger.
Incredible.
Robbie gets it to go.
Dear God.
Can Hubs keep it going? Oh, too short. Robbie for the 4-bagger.
Don't you dare.
Robbie did it. He did
Robbie
it.
Fox, the 4-bagger.
Incredible.
Jake.
You have to take your hat off to a performance like that. And
Hubs gets another Woody, but it's
Fuck
not
me.
over yet, PFT. It is just 4 points, 19-11.
Jake, how is that even possible? We need to somebody get Robbie's piss. Can we get somebody in here with a cup? We
Still
need to
a
do a
drug
little
test
drug
going
test.
I will fail
Robbie,
that.
we need to see you urinate into a cup right now. That was an incredible round of cornhole right there. Jake, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
The first 4-bagger of the match from Robbie Fox, a 19-11 lead, and he is not stopping there. 5 in a row. Hubs short, but has the Woody as of now.
1911.
You can keep going. You can go over.
Yeah,
Oh,
going
go
exact
over.
isn't a thing.
Robbie with the lightsaber arm, and he is just firing missiles with it.
True.
Robbie just needed 2.
Yeah,
right
right.
now, he has 2 with the cornhole. Hubs has 1. That's short. That is not good enough.
Yeah.
So Hubs an opening. Okay, he gets the cornhole, but knocks
Okay.
one off, so it is still alive. And now
round.
Hubs,
Oh, he's got one. Bob,
right
Bob.
now,
Robbie.
it would be a wash. So Hubs can put one on,
You
and no, he
suck
misses
so
it.
much in
He
this
could have just landed on the board for a point. It's a wash.
Now, I don't want to accuse Robbie of bad sportsmanship because I know he'd never do anything intentionally, but he did step into Hubs' toss on that last one. Robbie thought that the round was over, took a step out into the firing lane, and Hubs had to double clutch on
Me
that
first
one,
and
wait for
first?
Robbie to
You,
get
I
out of the
think.
way, maybe threw him off his rhythm a little bit.
So Robbie still with the honor coming off that 4-bagger, and it's not stopping. The 3rd round in a row, Robbie's first pitch was a cornhole.
Get longer, Eric. Come on.
That
This
one
is
too
how you
much
can
to the
tell
right.
that Hubs is in his own head, just gave himself a little talking to, referred to himself by his Christian name. Ah, come on, Eric. What a stupid name.
Gets the Woody. That one knocks off each other's. Oh, it hits the wire, but stays on
stays
for
on.
the Woody.
I got one.
And that is 1 point for Hubs, 19-12.
Yeah, the Cam Banks shot off the camera again. I think every single time that we've hit that camera, the ball, the bag has landed on the board and stuck Argon in the hole.
Here's another look.
A little bit of camera luck on that one. Look at that. There you go.
Stays on. Hubs takes the round.
Now,
What's
Jake,
the score?
is it
That
me or
seems
is that
like an
wire
easy
hanging down lower than it was just a
Seems
second
like an
ago?
easy fix.
That wire from the camera is going to come into play. I'm telling you right now. That's added another foot or so of depth on that camera. It is in the line of fire. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, both players desperate for a win. A combined 0-5 here in the Triple S.
They don't
Robbie
need that stat.
0-2 in Jenga. Hubs 0-2 in table tennis and 0-1 in Jenga. So one of them about to take on their first ever win in Stool Stream's history.
No. Not even close.
Knew right away. And Robbie, too strong. Hubs got a huge cornhole.
Hub's momentum carrying him well past the line on that, but I believe that's legal, isn't it, Jake?
Man.
Yes,
As
it is. As
long as
long as you
that-
don't cross, and that's 1 more point for Hubs.
Okay.
19-13.
Itching,
Yeah,
inching
you know,
up.
Hubs just won't go away. He's like a bad case of genital herpes, and Robbie is doing his best to stay in front of him. Hubs nipping at the heels. I would not count Hubs out of this just yet, especially the way he's been throwing the bags. any one of these players could put up a 6 or 8 point round.
Hub starts with the cornhole. It's cornholes galore. 34 so far. Make it 35.
Jay, can you say cornholes galore again? It's a denied James Bond villain.
Robbie with the woody. Hubs with the cornhole. Robbie with another woody. What will Hubs do here? His final pitch of the round.
Off
It's
the
short,
wire.
but it's a woody. And that's off. That's 2 more points for Hubs. 19-15.
Yeah, that one was a Kanye West special there, Jake. It went through the wire, and now it's just board.
So Hubs continues to have momentum. He was down by as many as 9. Now it is just 4. Remember, first to 21, you can go over, and it is win by 2. Too strong there for the man from New Jersey.
The Man from New Jersey sounds like a great Wes Anderson film.
Oh, that one sneaks in off the top. Will Robbie respond? No. What can Hubs do here with a 3-point edge as it stands? He got that one too.
Wow, Jake.
Both players a chance to win it here. Robbie is a woody. Can Hubs make it 3 in a row?
No, left.
It's a woody.
Robbie's a
needs
woody.
one on the board here or Hubs wins. What a comeback! Hubs out of nowhere!
I knocked myself
A
out of
41-19 victory! And it's an 8-0 run to close things out.
Man, Robbie fraud. That is the headline for tomorrow's papers. Robbie out to a huge lead, got overtaken by Hubs on that last round. Hubs with a supreme elevation with the big-time sky jump after the game was over. Robbie's got to be feeling dejected, man. I'm telling you, Jake, he had that one in his pocket. That should have been his. Instead, it went to Hubs.
Let's send it down the stream and get inside the brain of Robbie Fox with Coley.
Now, Bob, you had a massive lead. You thought you won despite holding 3 bags in your hands, and then you proceeded to shit yourself in front of all of America. What happened there?
I don't know. I didn't feel like the pressure got to me, but I obviously blew it there, so it might have. PFT in the commentary booth said Robbie fraud. I would suggest Robbie Faux, spelled F-A-U-X. Much better headline for tomorrow's paper.
How about you focus on putting bags in the hole and you let the commentators do the commentating? What would Uncle Dana say to that if he were here to watch that performance?
He'd probably say I didn't have enough heart. He'd probably say in the end, when I was dragged into the deep waters, I didn't fight back.
Do you think you have any more fight left in this game? A little bit more focus, grit, determination?
Oh, yeah.
Guile?
I'm not getting swept.
You heard it here, folks. Not getting swept.
Robbie.
All right, thanks so much, Coley. Robbie making a big-time statement there, but what an 8-0 run to close things out for Hubs.
It was incredible. Robbie had no choice but to tap
way
out
too
there
long
at
to
the
figure out
end.
what the
And Robbie Faux, well, yes, that works better if it were to be a newspaper headline that you could read. I feel like Robbie Fraud works better in the spoken word that people
Right.
can listen to. So there's a reason why these guys are down there on the court and we're up here in the booth, Jake.
All right, it's time to kick off Game 2, a 21-19 thriller for Hubs in the opening set, and he will have the honor to begin set number 2. Eyeing the sweep, or will we have our first ever deciding third game in Cornhole history?
Yeah, I'll tell you who the real winner of that last game was. The viewers, because it was just some great toss, and I'm hoping for 3 games this time.
Hubs starts off with a cornhole.
Get right.
That one hanging on the top left corner for a woody.
No, that's terrible.
Still hanging on for the time being. How will Robbie respond?
Hubs is very hard on himself. He frequently says, that's horrible. That's nowhere near close.
No,
It usually just lands perfectly on the board.
Robbie needs a cornhole to create the wash, or else Hubs takes the round, and Hubs will take a pair. 2-0 Hubs.
Great round there by both competitors. And Hubs is all over that wire. He is just bouncing off that thing left and right.
What are these things? What are they
He doesn't
for?
even
Yeah,
care.
this is
I
zero
think he's using the wire to take a little bit of velocity off of his toss, so his bag lands a little bit softer, splays out more upon landing, like he's teabagging the cornhole table.
Yeah, Hubs did say he's a streaky player. Sometimes he's cooking, sometimes he's off. I think he's cooking something up right now.
Oh, we're cooking. Let Hubs cook.
That one hits Robbie's in the air. Stays on for the woody.
No.
A little strong. Hubs now talking to the bags, making sure Robbie's doesn't go in the hole.
Right.
That hits the wire,
Off
but
the
once
wire.
again, onto the board.
Listen, he is all over this wire. I've never seen a player like it. Robbie's finding the only crease in the bags, finding the hole.
Get up. Too much.
That one's too strong, and Robbie, a chance here. It's
Nothing.
too much on it as well, and that is a wash.
I can't find that hole anymore.
Classic wash. Robbie's just saying that he can't find the hole. We've all been there, Robbie. We've all been there.
And PFT, he says he can't find the hole anymore. You as a field goal kicker, right? Is there ever some times where the upright just seems like it's shrunk?
Oh, sometimes sometimes it looks like a narrow little slit. Other times it looks like a big gaping maw. And it's all about visualization right now. So what I like to do is I like to practice on a smaller table than what I play on. So if I were Robbie Fox, I would consider practicing maybe on a shot ski, on something really narrow like that. So you step up here, and it just looks like a big green field for you.
All right, 2-love in favor of Hubs. If you're just joining us, he had an electric 8-0 run to come back. Was once down 13-4 and won at 21-19. Entering this match, again, 15 players still alive for the progressive jackpot. Now down to 13. I guess 2 of those 15 took Robbie in a sweep, which is out of play.
Beauty.
Sorry
Great
to
shot
disappoint
by
those
Hubs.
people that put so much faith in me.
Robbie, class act as always. Thanking the fans.
Back-to-back cornholes were even in this round as it stands, and now Robbie, anything on the board would win the round.
The fans,
He
after
got
all,
it.
They do pay our salaries here, Jake. So I want to give a special shout out to them. Robbie Fox has learned a lesson, though. Things haven't always been so peaceful between Robbie and the fans. You recall at the punk concert in Boston, Massachusetts, at the House of Blues, Robbie had to be restrained backstage from coming onto the stage after the show was over to fight a fan. Was trying to punch him in his face or throw his bass at him. Robbie's come a long way dealing with his temper, so it's good to see that.
And we heard Coley talk to Robbie about what Uncle Dana White would think. What do you think Dana would think of whatever movie you saw at Pop Punk?
I think Dana would call him Robbie Fraud for that move because he was easily restrained, and anytime you are being physically dominated by Frankie Borelli, I think that you're in a compromised position.
All right,
Frankie and Roan.
2-1 Hubs.
It's a fair point. It was also Roan, so that's a total of 300 pounds worth of man restraining you.
Robbie sneaks in Hubs' bag,
Wash,
and
right?
another Woody there. It is a wash. So
Damn,
you've
that
had
would've
4
been a good
rounds so
one.
far, back-to-back washes.
Gifts.
Yeah, back-to-back washes. Very evenly matched game right now.
This has to be the best game of cornhole.
It was a
Like,
pretty good game.
I mean,
What is
You're
it,
not wrong.
2-1?
You're not
It's
wrong.
still 2-1?
These-
By
these
far the most
two
competitive.
Are the most talented cornhole
If you're
players
just
we've
joining
seen
us,
on
a
here.
couple of sweeps. Smitty beat Brandon 22-7, 22-9. And then Rico Bosco, an angry Rico Bosco, 21-7, 22-1, the biggest lopsided match in cornhole history.
Yeah, that was tough. I want to take it back. I think that Rico might be able to give these guys a good run for their money right now. But certainly they match up well together.
Bunch of Woodies right now for
It's-
Robbie.
And Jake, it's tough to tell in that first match. Did Brandon Walker lose to Smitty or did Brandon Walker lose to Brandon Walker?
Tough one indeed as Robbie tries skipping it in. And now Hubs an opportunity
okay.
that he gets for the Woody.
Wash.
But it
No,
is a
oh, yeah, yeah.
3-point
Oh, no, you
round
went in.
for
Oh,
Hubs,
okay.
and he leads 5-1. PFT, another look here after the bags.
Coley,
Really hit the
Coley taking some warm-up cuts right there. Tex looking on,
intimidating.
making sure that all the rules are being followed right now,
a
not
great
taking
cut.
his eye off the ball.
I didn't like the pitch.
Yeah, that was a great cut by Coley, almost Mookie Betts-like.
Oh, boy.
Yikes. Starting things off with a cornhole. Robbie slides it to the left for the Woody on top of the lime High Noon Hard Seltzer logo. Just 100 calories, gluten-free, and no added sugar.
What's your favorite part of a high noon, Jake?
Part or flavor?
What's your favorite part of drinking a high noon?
Oh,
The crack. Cracking it open.
The crack of the can.
Yeah.
Nothing like it. My favorite part is finishing it because that means that it's
big
time for
shot.
another high noon.
Ah, it's a good one as well.
Yep.
Grabbing the bag.
47 cornholes so far.
Okay.
Make it 48, excuse me. Graphics team in the booth doing a great job as always.
I got 1, so you got 1 there, right?
Yeah.
It's a 1-point round for Robbie Fox. Now 5-2, and we're seeing pretty even start overall. Players shifting power.
Listen, it's going to switch on one round here. Somebody's going to get hot. Somebody's going to hit 4 cornholes, maybe 3. But look for that momentum shift because this whole chipping away thing is meaningless. It could be a 5-2 game. It could be a 6-3 game. But ultimately, the player that catches fire is going to be the one that dominates.
Right, and PFT, back to your point, that's what makes the Hubs comeback so remarkable because Robbie had the first 4-bagger of the match, and he still ended up on the losing side.
I'd love to see that. And look at that, off the ceiling and in. Holy shit. What? This is. I'm calling this guy Calvin and Hubs because he's a tiger.
Trying to get low.
That was an incredible
slide
shot.
that bag in front of it in and my bag in.
Hubs once again, right around the circle.
What?
Too much on it. Robbie with a Woody. What will Hubs do here with 3 red bags on the board? Too much. And it's a wash.
Yeah, that was just an incredible shot here. I think we're going to take a look at the shot off the ceiling here. This is not something that you plan for, but boom,
Me first?
right off the camera, off the ceiling, and in.
Hang on.
Hubs has perfected the cam shot, the cam banks.
Cam Bakes for Heisman was the pitch back in April. Hubs has hit the camera 7 different times, but he's out in front right now.
It's crazy.
That can't be
I
accurate.
haven't even come close to it.
I thought I hit it once, maybe twice. 7?
You've hit it 7 times, Hubs. 7 times. This guy loves
There's
the
almost
cam.
8 right there.
Yeah. Trying to get it through the loop.
You got some snow on that.
Robbie too much on that one. Who will have cornhole number 50, by the way?
Get left.
What's next? Right now we're even. 1 bag left each here in round 9 of set number 2.
Set 2. There's sets in cornhole.
Yeah.
I like that.
Ooh, in and out, and Robbie takes a point.
I like referring to them as sets.
This
It
is-
sounds like a class.
This is, yeah.
They're going back
Holy
and forth.
moly.
Total of 49 cornholes as
The
you
first
mentioned.
one's like a sprint, and
These
this one
guys
is
are
a
just all over
marathon.
this hole.
5-3?
They just love the hole. You can't keep them out of it.
5-3 in
Sweating
favor
bullets.
of Hubs. Robbie, though, has the honor.
Yep, yep.
And that one's in.
Is that 50?
That is cornhole number 50 of the match
big
between the
5-0.
2 of you. Remember, that's question 6 on the Play Barstool app.
Half-century mark.
As it stands now, there are 12 players remaining for the progressive jackpot of
That's the worst throw in the
$1,000.
history of cornhole.
Hubs took set 1, 21-19. How will set number 2 finish? Robbie Fox has 2 cornholes in this match.
Oh, yeah.
Hubs cancels one out.
2 very distinctive throwing
Thanks for
motions here.
picking
Robbie with the sliders.
Yeah.
Works for him. He knows exactly where to land
Yep.
that.
Nope.
Almost
You're
like he's
not
playing link style cornhole. Landing it short, letting it run up to the hole.
Big for you.
right.
Hubs
What
is
was
breaking
that?
out the lob wedges,
Believe
bouncing
you
them
got
off the
9 in
sky
there, I
cam,
got 4,
and
so you got
landing them
5.
very, very close as
5.
well.
Yeah.
2 distinct styles, but both tremendous cornhole
It's
players.
a 5-point round for
Yeah,
Robbie
7,
Fox, and he
7-5.
takes an 8-5 lead with 3 cornholes there. That one's short, but in the middle of the Barstool logo. Good for a Woody.
Not a bad place to land your first shot either. Now,
Right.
you'd like to get it a little bit further up the board, maybe play some defense for you, but all things considered, if you're going to miss, why not miss a little bit short?
And PFC, we've talked a lot about bag traffic, where bags are in the way.
Yeah.
That one, pretty as basic traffic as you'll get.
Yeah, and you see that it blocked one of Hubs' shot. Blocked his own on that one, but he's building a wall around that
Oh.
hole. Hubs off the camera again. That's camera shot number 8 for him. He cannot avoid that thing. But again, it works. When he hits the camera, the bags go at least on the board.
Hubs with 3 Woodies and a cornhole. He'll take 3 more points, and we are even at 8.
This is even at 8. It really, as long as they're within 3 to 4 points of each other, it is a tie ball game down there.
Right.
There's no such thing as having a close lead in this situation because either guy's liable to stack up a 12-pointer.
Hubs short, but that bag will
knock.
play some sort of role as this round continues. And there it is! Back-to-back cornholes as Hubs says, come on down.
You got a name for that? I feel like
Kiss.
this should have a name for that.
That's Sugar, we're going down.
Okay.
Collateral damage.
Get up.
And was starting to team up for a potential 4-bagger. But
That's a
Robbie
jinx.
slides that one in.
He's found the hole
Hubs is
again.
gonna rip
He's
down
found the hole, Jake.
All the wires. Yeah.
Hubs. And Robbie back-to-back Woodies. That's a 3-point round for Hubs, 11-8. It's important to note here as we get another look, PFT. Hubs has had a Woody or a cornhole in each of his last 8 pitches.
That's incredible. He is just he's in the zone right now. He's locked in, feeling himself. Excellent shots by both competitors. No, I see Hub's able to knock his own bag in. That's always a nice little confidence boost right there for you.
In and out on that one. Good for a Woody as it stands. Robbie too much on it.
Just trying to take yours off.
Hub slides that one down. He is locked in right now.
Robbie might have gotten a little too cute there on that last toss. He was trying to knock Hubs' off, he said. Took him out of his game.
No!
Aim for the hole, Robbie. Aim for the hole.
That's just
Big time cornhole for Robbie to limit the damage control. Hub's currently 1 up. How will it end? Oh, huge to lock in the win on the round. How much will it be? Another Woody, and it's 3 points,
Jake,
14-8.
I'm hypnotized watching Hubs after he releases these bags. He's liable to fall down, trip, jump up in the air at least 12 inches
Very
off the
active.
ground with a vertical leap. He is he's
have
just a
no
big
idea.
ball, a medium-sized ball of
14-8.
energy.
14-8 in favor of Hubs. 7 points away from glory.
Off the ceiling again there.
Woody, top left corner. Robbie with a big cornhole. Can he put some pressure on Hubs here?
Oh, that's got to go.
Another Woody.
Okay.
Robbie doesn't seem flustered. Robbie seems
Right.
like
Too much.
He's just as calm being down by 6 points as he is being up by 10. But then again,
Oh,
That's
he's
huge.
a big lead, so who knows.
It's off.
Suck.
Robbie currently has 5. Can he make it more? Oh, what a round from Robbie Fox. 3 more cornholes, and he has taken a 16-14 lead. 8 points on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake. Cornhole is a game of runs. Robbie Fox never out of it. He's liable to catch fire.
I mean, what a
at
game.
Any given
Two
time.
games here. This is
This is
insane.
Ali Frazier of Cornhole.
Two competitors. Ali Frazier minus about 600 pounds between these two.
And remember, as we go down the wire here, first to 21, you can go over, win by 2. (16-14) Robbie off an 8-0 run.
Get left.
I'd like to report that
Almost.
Jarvis Landry, he was listed as questionable. He is expected to play tonight. Please credit PFT Commenter and Stool Streams. That's just some news that I had come across my phone. So if you're a fantasy
PFT.
football player, there you go.
Oh, that one
So
sneaks in
stupid.
for Robbie.
Unbelievably stupid move. So you're up 3 here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, Robbie has 3.
Over and out.
So a 2-point round for Robbie.
Listen, that board is airtight right now. Look at that sucker. A great job of playing defense. down
PFT,
there.
we always talk about how Big Cat loves the board. How do you love this board? Look at all that.
Look at that. That's just a lot of color on that board right there. Paint all over the place, fabric everywhere. I call that board Joanne because it is filled with fabric.
Yeah.
And Robbie Fox is looking good, feeling better.
18-14 Robbie. 3 points here would be a win. And the pressure is on for Hubs after a cornhole from Robbie. Another Woody. Huge cornhole for Hubs. We're even right now. Robbie again. He is locked in.
Right.
Oh, and out for Hubs. Currently, Robbie with 2. Make it 3. Hubs on the board would extend the match.
Sneak in there.
And
Oh no! That's it! He knocked his own off, and Robbie Fox forces the first ever set number 3.
He had it, Jake. He'd hit
What a
his
finish
own
to that.
bag. That is just heartbreaking to see if you're Hubs. You are your own worst enemy because sometimes I kick the living shit out of me. That is, Lit said it best, but Hubs said it louder. Robbie Fox with a statement win on that second one. It's got to feel great if you are Mr. Bobbert Fox.
Look at this final shot, PFT. Just needed one on. He got it on, but he knocked his own off the cancellation, and it's over.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you know what, Ali Frazier, forget that. Ali Frazier wishes that they had half the intrigue of this 3-game series of cornhole that we're seeing before our very eyes.
One more game, but let's send it down the stream. Coley and Hubs.
All right, Hubs, even in this match, we've heard yourself call yourself Eric several times here. You're yelling, you're ripping down all of the wires.
Yep.
How is that helping, and what is going to break in this final round?
I am my worst enemy. It always everything I do, ping pong, whatever, just beat myself up. It's my strategy. It never really works, but I keep doing it, and I don't know what's safe here, to be honest. You might not be safe, although you're very tall.
I'm certainly safe, never been safer. Robbie guaranteed that this would not be a sweep. After you erased a huge lead in the first game, you choked. You did your Sarah J impression. How are you going to stave off completely collapsing and not leaving here with a win today?
This was meant to go 3. It always was. It was meant to go distance. This is a heavyweight fight. I'm excited for it. I'm moving past game 2, not even thinking about it. Let's go to 3. Let's win this thing.
All right.
Thanks so much, Coley and Hubs. So much on the line here, PFT. Remember, a combined 0-5 here in the Triple S. One of the players, the losing streak continues. One of them is going to get the monkey off their back.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a game 3. At this point, it's just a mental game. It's who wants it more.
All right, y'all go.
Right now, if I'm just going based off body weight, I'd say he's a little hungrier. So that's where my money's leaning, Jake.
33% took Hubs 2-1, 20% Robbie 2-1. As it stands right now in the Play Barstool app, 10 players remaining for that $1,000 progressive jackpot.
Mr. Consistency. That is what they call Hubs down there. And honestly, that last shot that he had in the last round, it was a tough break. Just bounced off to the left. It was a well-placed cornhole shot. Just sometimes, you know, the cornhole table can be your sweetest lady or your coolest mistress.
Scenario.
Get right.
Sneaks one in for Hubs.
Need you to hang on.
We talk about process versus results, right, Jake? We talk about that all the time. And so when you look at that from that perspective, the process was right for Hubs in the last game. The result just happened to be a little bit not what he wanted. So if I'm Hubs, I don't change a thing. I just stay dialed in, and I trust the process.
4 points for Hubs to start things off in our third and final set. Winner take all. Has the honor. Misses left, but stays on for the Woody. And that's cornhole number 69. Robbie Fox sneaks one down.
Nice.
Hubs matches to reach the 70 mark.
Didn't last long at 69. Starts to smell. Weird guttural sounds coming out of Hubs right there. I'm not sure what he did.
Oh, he knocks one in for Hubs.
Maybe the little mouth fart coming from Hubs got in Robbie Fox's head.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, Hubs, an early gamesmanship move. Before the round is over, Robbie says,
Robbie with the
Doesn't
brush
matter.
back. Robbie just said, "Get off my mound."
Well done.
The old Dallas braid and Hubs
Yeah,
pulling the Yankees' classic move of trying to walk across a perfect game thrower's mound. Robbie
game.
Fox said, "Yeah, complete game, no hitter, perfect game." Robbie says,
Quality start.
"Read the unwritten rule book, Hubs."
1 point for Hubs, 5-0. And back to that weird noise you were mentioning. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't connect the dots of Hubs' short porch partner, Tommy Smokes, known for those moves. Now has it kind of spread over to the short porch.
Yeah, that was, Tommy
Any
Smokes
missing
is
athletic?
famous for his cum noises when he's playing Jenga. That was the Hubs queef right
Oh.
there. It was a. That's the best impression I can do of it. It was something to hear.
Right.
Hubs continues to talk to the bags midair. Robbie way too much on that one.
I don't hate that move though, Jake. I like that you talk
Get
to your
in the-
bags. You let them know where to go.
Kind of a Happy Gilmore technique.
Be one with the bag.
Another round's in the books. That's 3 points for Hubs. It is 8-0.
8-0 fast start for Hubs. Again, it's not over. Robbie Fox, we've seen him do it before. He can do it again. He is liable to go on a hot streak right here. So this is by no means a finished third game here. I look for Robbie to put a couple points on the board.
Hubs trying to keep his foot on the gas pedal. Back-to-back Woodies on that front portion of the hole.
Have you ever tried to announce doing ASMR announcing?
No, but we can try it.
Robbie Fox putting some paint on the board. Hubs steps
Get over.
Hubs tosses it. Lands nicely on the board.
All 5 Woodies so far.
Robbie Fox trying to overcome the Robbie fraud. Nickname that he earned. So much paint on the board right now.
And Woody round.
Fucking stalemate.
There's so many Woodies on the board right now.
I don't like that they're whispering.
I know.
So
now-
that was a wet Woody round right there. That was ASMR cornhole announcing presented by Jake and I. I think,
me off.
Tommy Smokes definitely came. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
All right, and while we are in the midst of this set 3, a reminder, play Barstool app, Monday Jenga picks. We have 5 players remaining for today's progressive jackpot. If no one wins, you'll have a chance to win $1,500
All right, y'all good?
on Monday afternoon. The matchups are in. some great competition coming here next
my
week inside
God.
the Triple S.
The worst
What
throw I've
about
ever
the over bet? Is anybody still alive on that one?
We've got plenty. We've got 6,581 right now. One of
Wow.
those can potentially win a $50 Barstool gift card.
Don't spend it all in one place, even though you have to.
You have to.
because it's a gift card.
Oh!
Oh, another noise from Hubs.
Push. Fuck. Push him.
Oh, a double cornhole! We have seen that before. It happens again, and Hubs with a huge swing. It's 10-0.
That was massive. That was the old sugar. We're going down. Eat your heart out, Fallout Boy, because Hubs says you got nothing on me. Remember me for centuries.
Hang on.
Was that also Fallout Boy?
You're asking the
One
wrong
of the
person.
other iterations
Okay.
of Imagine
Panic.
Dragons.
Look at that. Hubs with the double cornhole brings one down for the ride, and it is danger time for Robbie Fox.
Danger Time.
Can I get
Luckily,
mercy or
Get
no?
right.
Danger Time is his
No,
middle
right?
name.
There's no like 11-0
shutout rule, right?
whitewashed, right?
There are no skunks in cornhole.
All right, good. Might take me till it's 18-0, but I'm coming.
Ah, get it.
Way too much. Hubs knew right away. That one slides off for Robbie. Big cornhole for Hubs.
Hubs is locked in.
Oh, that one nearly an air pitch from Robbie.
Robbie said a
Stretch.
second ago, Jake, I don't know if you heard him. He said, I don't care if it takes me till I'm down 18-0. I'm coming back. He certainly does not lack for confidence.
13-0 in favor of Hubs. Remember, we had that Rico Bosco 22-1 win.
Yeah.
We could have two records set in the same day.
That would be incredible. And in this game 3, I don't think anybody saw it coming. We did not expect a blowout. I still don't expect a blowout, Jake. You know, it's 13-0. We joke around down here, but this could well end up being 21-13 Robbie Fox if he catches fire.
Remember, Robbie does have a four-bagger already back in set 1, in which he collapsed and lost 21-19. Then he came back and won 21-14 in set 2. This is a winner-take-all set number 3. Winner not only wins the match, wins their first ever match inside the Triple S.
Incredible. Yeah. I mean, it's such a blowout. It reminds me of our matchup in PGA Tour online on Monday night when I beat you, I think, 4. I think the score was what? I was up 4 holes after 5. And then after that, I think I beat you on 9 holes. I think I was up 7. It reminds me of that.
That
Just
was
me
a
beating
wash.
you.
That was a loss, right? Yeah.
Ignore the
We each
fact
got
that we
one.
played on stream yesterday for everyone to witness.
Beating you mercilessly.
At the
in
iconic
PGA Tour
TPC
2K
Sawgrass.
21. It was a bloodbath, to say the least.
I'll take the iconic Stool Stream Stadium over the iconic TPC
Just
Sawgrass.
absolutely crushed you in PGA Tour golf.
Hub starts things off with a Woody on the right side. 13-0 in favor of the Syracuse
that was
crowd.
right on it.
I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. Jake with some favoritism, some Syracuse love.
Oh, a tough shot for Robbie.
Hubs, the Medill grad of Syracuse
Medill.
University.
Okay. Oh, that one's going to stay on, but Robbie sneaks in. What will Hubs do? A chance again to bring one home. He got one down.
Knocked it in. That one was going to fall. That one was saying, push me over the edge, please.
A Woody for Robbie, and
one,
that
right?
is
Did
a
I get one?
1-point
Oh, no, I got
round for Hubs. It's 14-0. But remember, the benchmark, if you will, Robbie said, not until 18-0 is when he needs to work.
18-0 is when Robbie turns it on. And Robbie doesn't get out of bed for anything less than a 17-point deficit. So we still have faith in our little foxy boy. Robbie getting started. That's a huge cornhole right there. If you talk about momentum, you hear us talk about momentum all the time. That was a momentum starter. Hubs hit the wire again, and it goes in. He just loves that goddamn wire.
I don't even want to throw this. It's going to go right in. Get left somehow.
Oh, that one falls. Can Robbie help out here?
And that was him talking to
Oh, a
his guy.
huge cornhole. And that is 2 more points for Hubs, 16-0.
If you'll hear, that was Hubs talking to his bag in midair that did that. He said, get left, and it took that carom, bounced right to the left. Nothing but net. Incredible.
I can't get shut out.
Now Robbie just used the S word, the shutout. It's in his head. He doesn't want to get skunked. How about this one,
A
Jake?
whole lot of jinxing yourselves.
Robbie Fox. More like Robbie Skunk.
Ooh.
Wow.
Although there are no skunks.
Wow. Heavy
Another
shot.
cornhole
Sure,
for
I
Hubs.
deserve that.
If it's 21-0, I think that will qualify as a skunk.
Robbie too strong. Hubs can do some damage, and he
He
does
does.
so with a cornhole. Oh my. This could be it.
Let's see.
Robbie needs a cornhole.
Has to
Need a
happen.
cornhole. Holy fuck.
Oh!
And I knock it off too. And I knock it off too.
He still has life.
Incredible. Incredible, Jake.
That was awesome.
That was as good as you could have drawn that, up.
Just like I wanted to.
It's 2 more points for Hubs. 18-0, the point margin that Robbie said you can come back from.
Robbie called his shot.
I'm nervous now.
It's 8. Wait, did he still win the round?
Robbie
Yeah,
clutch. He won it by 2 points.
Hubs still wins.
That was the best shot that I've ever seen to lose points. So Robbie is now down 18-0. As we said earlier, Robbie called his shot. He says he turns it on once it gets us 18-0. Well, now's the time, Robbie Fox.
Fuck.
Courage is on the phone when you accept the charges.
Well done.
Oh, he knocks one in.
Been hunting it all.
PFT, if there's a comeback, go back to that last shot. That would have started the run.
I am. I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to watch it over and over again. And I'm going to think about how it started that run. Robbie with a great shot. Sent in the worm burner. Knocked his own bag in. But he's got some work to do.
Currently
here.
2 points for Hubs right now, so Robbie's got to be careful.
Yeah.
That one halfway home. And it's off. 2
Smart
points
play.
for Hubs,
Risky
20-0.
It was a smart play by Robbie to aim for the back right corner. He did not want to.
You
send
got points at
himself home.
18-0. I was
One
going to
thing
be like
to lose to
legitimately
Hubs.
worried.
It's another thing to lose to yourself on that last shot. So there will be no Eminem, no Mekhi Phifer. There's vomit on his sweater already. It's mom's spaghetti. Is he going to lose himself?
Robbie needs a wash or a win here, or else we could see a shutout. 20-0.
Yeah.
Robbie needs to sneak one in without putting Hubs's on. It's going to be tough.
Nice.
Currently 2-1 Hubs. Remember, a Hubs winning round ends it.
You hate to see that sort of
All
bad
right.
formation if you're Robbie.
He needs a cornhole here.
This is going to be tough.
Needs it again to extend. And that's it.
Brutal.
Hubs with a huge 22-0 victory.
Well done.
We had 2 record-breaking margins of victory. 22-0 here, though.
Yeah, like we said, it's no longer Robbie Fox. It is Robbie Skunk going down 22-0, putting up the big goose egg in the very last game. I think, we all had high expectations going into that last round. Maybe Bobby just burned himself out in game 2, didn't have anything left in the tank for the third.
Let's find out what went wrong with Robbie Fox. He's down with Coley down the stream.
Skunk.
It's a heavy shot, but you know what? I deserved it. The cardio ran out in game 2. I was only built for 2 cornhole games. I got to go back to the training camp, talk to my coaches, talk to my teammates, figure out what's next for me. But, obviously I got to prep for 3 cornhole games next time.
Do you think training at a higher elevation, perhaps in like the Brazilian mountains, would have helped here?
Possibly, yeah. But they even say, never try to face me at sea level. They always say sea level Robbie is undefeated in cornhole. It's true, but that could, could
Are we
play a
not
role.
at sea level?
Yeah. We're not. No.
Okay.
Stool Stream Stadium is way up.
Murray Hill is.
Now, a lot of people forget that despite PFT's multiple shots at Hubs, you were also a Yankees fan,
Yeah.
and you also lost.
I don't need that from you.
Thank you, Coley.
It's a good point.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yankees first win and loss in the month of September
Wrong.
today.
PFT, before he talks to Hubs, we got some breaking news.
Oh, hit me.
No winners on the Progressive Jackpot. $1,500
Rolls over.
on Monday, and congrats to Frankie Mermaid. 0 for 6, a $50 Barstool gift card is coming your way, but Monday should be electric. Before we close things out, back down the stream with Hubs.
Now, Hubs, did you ever anticipate Robbie Fox to not show up at all in that last round, and that it would be such a cakewalk to victory today?
It for sure was not in the game plan for him to just not score one single point in the third game, but it was nice to not have any pressure. Although when it was 18-0, I kind of thought I lost. I thought he had me.
Are you terrified to walk out of here and face all business Pete, who is surely going to beat you with a belt or a switch of some sort for continuously pelting his camera?
No, I do not fear Pete whatsoever. The last person I fear on the planet.
All right, you heard it here from the winner himself. Great day here, boys.
Thank you very much, Coley and Hubs. PFT, final thoughts here. Remember to make your Monday Jenga pitch. We have 3 electric matches that you can pick right now. Watch on our YouTube page for any insight or if you want to study people's games.
Yeah, you're going to want to take a close look at that. It's going to be a great series of matches. What you don't see is once Hubs steps out of the double door here at Stool Stadium, Pete's going to be on the other side like in The Departed. Boom. 22 right between the eyeballs. He's never going to see it coming. R.I.P. Hubs. You went out on a high note.
All right.
Pete's also wanted for murder.
All right.
He's a murderer. Pete kills people.
That will do it for our broadcast today. An electric broadcast and what a third final match between Robbie Fox and Hubs. They'll be back soon facing each other here in the Triple S. For our sideline reporter, Coley, our official spider, all of our competitors, producer, Hank, everyone in the truck, Stefan, Steve, Andrew, Pete, we've got Dylan, Max, and Sean, everyone back there, and my broadcast partner, PFT commenter. I'm Jake Marsh signing off from the Triple S. Have a great weekend. Make those picks for the Pigskin Parlay and Monday's Jenga broadcast. Have a great weekend.